Touchdown at exactly 3:17 p.m. and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff. But still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff, even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plato and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council. How to be a great dad in 15 seconds. Bike ride, go fish, walk in the park, phone call, milkshake, play catch, picnic, fly a kite, tell jokes, laugh, talk, read a story, tell a story, bumper car, swing set, bowling, pillow fight, cut loose, stay tight. Whew. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
My hero doesn't wear a cape or have superpowers. She doesn't slay dragons or kill wizards. No one wants my hero's autograph. She never goes to Hollywood parties, and she definitely doesn't have a star on the Walk of Fame. My hero doesn't try to sell me soda, candy bars, cereal, or cheeseburgers.
You won't hear my hero song on the radio. He doesn't have a crew, bling bling, or a mansion.
You can't buy my hero's makeup line, handmade purses, or designer baby clothes.
My hero didn't win the pennant. She can't do a 360 dunk, and there's no way she'll score a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Some of New York's most admired figures are the city's public school teachers. Just ask one of the millions of kids who learn from these heroes every day. For more information on the most rewarding job you can imagine, visit teachnyc.net. Join New York's brightest. Teach NYC. A public service announcement brought to you by the New York City Department of Education, the Appleseed Foundation, and the Ad Council.
The result is for the team. It's not for myself, so it's good for us to, win, grind it out. Even though we didn't play the prettiest of football, he gave me the opportunity to play Division I soccer, which is what I want to do my whole life. It's a goal of mine to reach my dream of playing professional, and he has made me the smartest footballer I can be.
That's what I want to see. Like, everyone wants to see that confidence.
Yo! What's good, everybody?
What's going on?
There it is. T-Baby. This is Ride the Pine with JD. I am JD. T-Baby in with me again tonight. Hey, what can we say? It's been a week of interesting proportions. Got a lot to talk about, man. I mean, we've got a jam-packed show. We going 4 hours today?
Is we going 4?
I don't know. Are we going 4?
I don't know, man.
You want to do 3? We can do 3. That gets you out of here by noon.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, let's do it.
Noon sounds good.
Make sure Mama knows
Yeah,
make sure Mama knows, because last thing we want to do is you show up at 11. You said you'd be done by noon.
I know, right?
We started at 10.
She already jammed me up.
Uh-oh, she already?
Already.
We're getting
on the way out the door.
We're getting what time are you gonna be home?
Yeah, none of that.
Soon.
None of that stuff from last week, man.
No, none. All right, we'll be all right. Make sure she knows we're gonna be done at noon, and so that way we have plenty of time, and that way we're not. You know what? She could just check us on the 209 Sports YouTube channel.
I told her to check it out. She's like, "No, I'm not gonna check it out." I said, "Don't be a hater."
What's really hood?
That's right.
What's really hood though? Okay.
So this is how we started off. Way to get things going here on a Saturday early morning, 9 a.m. Man, I'll tell you what. I got a lot to talk about college football, and it's not like I have a ton, but it's like, to me, as much as I feel like college athletics always to me was what is to be pure, and a lot of it has to do with social media. But wow, it just seems like every time we turn around, it started with Joe Paterno, who no longer is with us, the former Penn State Nittany Lions head coach.
Uh-huh.
And now all of a sudden we've got, it doesn't even have to be like the head coach, where Urban Meyer's right now, is currently on paid administrative leave. And supposedly Ohio State's investigation is going to start things up on Sunday. We're supposed to find out everything tomorrow. Everything's supposed to wrap up tomorrow.
Nasty situation.
Is he gone? Is he gone?
I mean, literally nasty.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. He's ready to go. Do we say goodbye to Urban Meyer here at Ohio State? I mean, are we done? And just because of things that are coming out,
I don't think so, man.
I don't think so either. But I'm trying to get the consensus, and you can definitely chime in at the bottom of the comment section on our 209 Sports YouTube channel. But this is Ride the Pine, part of the 209 Sports network.
The Ville. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think Urban Meyer have another shot at it, because this is, most of these allegations is out of his control. He can't control.
The worst he's done, from what we see right now, the worst he's done is he said, "I don't know nothing about it," and that was to the media.
I don't know what's going on in his bathroom. I'm not following him all in the bathroom while he's doing his.
Well, it may be a little worse than that. Yeah, I mean, supposedly $2,200 of stuff.
Oh man!
From
this can go a lot of different ways. They say, why wouldn't he have been said something? Imagine if he was involved. in some type of sex ring or something.
It could. You're seriously right.
A bunch of staffers.
So what we're kind of getting into. What we're kind of getting into is that Zach Smith, the former Ohio State wide receivers coach, has purchased. It shows that he has purchased around $2,200 of sex toys and had them shipped directly to his office over there in Ohio State. Along with taking photos inappropriate photos of his genitalia. Don't know who he sent that out to.
All in the White House.
What's that?
I seen was one that said something was in the White House.
Yeah, possibly.
He took one with the president seal or logo on the towers.
I didn't see that one. I didn't hear about that. Way to go with that one.
This guy is wicked.
He is definitely one strange duck.
Yeah, man. He's just a little too much. I mean, there's levels to it. He's
oh my goodness. I mean, I can't sit there and think about anything worse. But this guy, you know what's worse about this is, like, media has been railing on this guy, which is rightfully so for everything that he's done. But somehow, remember, crud. I can't think of the name of the movie all of a sudden. Straight Outta Compton.
Mm-hmm.
All publicity is good publicity, right?
Right.
Somehow, I think that this publicity that he's getting, it's going to go in his favor in some weird way, shape, or form. Someone's going to pick him up, and they're going to want to make money off of him, and he's going to want to make money off this. It's weird.
Smith?
Yeah. Next thing you know, he's going to be starring in a porno or something like that, where the woman wants to be choked out, and these toys used on him. I mean, just something like that. And then you just take pictures of him afterwards.
Ohio
It's
State
like
jersey.
something, you know. It's this guy is just strange, but yet somehow it's gonna come out to where he's gonna come out ahead, and I just really hate it. Exactly. So
you know,
it just really kind of gets to me where I'm like, the guy's weird. The guy's just strange.
I don't think he should. I don't think he should be picked up nowhere. I think he should be terminated.
But tell me I'm wrong though. I mean, it's just like for something weird thing, someone will pick him up.
You got a good point. I'm not gonna lie. You got a really good point. You got a great point. You're right about that though. You got a good point. It makes a good point. I mean, some people will look at it differently and say, "Hey, man, all publicity." I mean, I say any publicity is great publicity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all publicity is good publicity.
So it's good. Some people think that way.
You know, it's not. It's definitely not the same kind of.
Bro.
You're not gonna go buy his tapes then,
bro. You up out of here, bro.
You're not gonna buy his next CD. Is not
because you're around kids.
You're around
kids.
Adults.
That high school kids, 18.
They're adults.
21. You want to be taking pictures?
No, I'd kill him. If I was dad, I'd kill him.
Yeah, but you don't want to be setting that image. You know what I mean?
And I wouldn't say I'd kill him.
Get out of here.
You know, the fact is because now all of a sudden I do know I'm on the channel, but if the father knee-jerk reaction, I'd want to kill him, kind of thing. But
go to semi-pro.
You know, but definitely he's
CFL.
No, just go away.
He can't go to another school though with kids. I don't recommend that.
No. He
gotta go with some adults.
No, he shouldn't be.
Because you're right. If you're,
he should go to jail. Let's have some internal justice.
Let's start with that first.
Yeah, he needs to go to get some internal justice. I'm sure he'll get some love by Bubba. Go ahead and try and strangle. Try and strangle me out there, boy.
Yeah, you like to take pictures, huh? Come on over here. Come to this block over here, sub block 334, level 4.
Slamming it on the table. Does it look like this? You know what I'm saying?
I saw what you was doing.
Is it anything like this?
I see.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Bubba. Just leave me alone.
Oh man,
come on now. But no, he needs to go away. And you know what really is, here's the other thing too, is what's really starting to fade away is the actual still victim, and now what we may have more victims of. You know,
I think the worst thing that can possibly come of this if Urban Meyer's involved. That's why he ain't saying nothing. That will be another thing. But I don't think like if another.
Well, you know, Urban Meyer's publicists and agent and everybody else like shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't say a word.
I had no shit be on video or some girl say, "Oh, Urban was at this orgy too."
Yeah,
they'll say, "Oh, now we see what was. Now we see why it was going over there. Now we see why."
So fingers crossed that it's just that one guy involved.
Yeah,
because truth be told, I'm an Urban Meyer fan.
Yeah, he's a hell of a coach.
I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed him when he was in Florida.
You're right.
You know, and Tim Tebow and. Which really throws you off. You know, you see guys like Tim Tebow and everybody else out there. Tim Tebow, obviously one of the more religious followings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, it's just like, he hasn't said anything about it, which kind of, I think that kind of concerns me, but I also think that he probably got a phone call from Coach like, hey, don't, just leave it alone. Let it lie. And of course,
I got nothing to do with this.
Tebow's, of course, doing his baseball thing, so he's got a lot of other things focused on, but still, I'm sure that he... You know, the thought process kind of transfers over to him a little bit. Like, you know, what have you known about this? You know, it just starts to, and everyone's kind of kept quiet on that camp, so it's kind of scary. But lots of, like I said, lots of things to kind of get going on here. That's just to kick it off a little bit here on what are we at on Saturday morning? Tino T-Baby. I'm gonna have that trending worldwide. I know it's. You said, "Oh yeah, I've had that happen. I've been called that before." I'm talking about we're gonna make it worldwide. We ain't just talking it in the 916209 wide. You know, that's nothing to us.
That's old. That's one of the old school ones. You pulled out an old school.
I have to.
You pulled one old school and out bad.
When we come back, what is going on in college football? A player suspended indefinitely? Why is this more of an existing trend? That's next. Right in the Pine with JD, T-Baby, hanging out with you.
How can we help prepare our kids for the future? Hi, this is Roger McGuinn. These days, our children face challenges unimaginable to us only a generation ago. We adults need to help our kids find something in school that really sparks their interest and keeps them involved. If that something happens to be music, the child will benefit in so many ways. Playing music in school is a great way to make friends. Studies are showing that kids involved in music are less likely to get into trouble. And kids who studied music find science and math easier to grasp. They tend to score higher on SATs. It has something to do with something called spatial IQ. So get your kids involved with school music. It's a great way to help prepare them for life.
A PSA brought to you by MENC, the National Association for Music Education, and the National Anthem Project, the campaign to restore America's voice through music education. Music, part of a sound education.
My name's Rachel, and I'm 10 years old. I like riding my bike, playing soccer, and in 8 years, I'll be an alcoholic. I'll start drinking in middle school, just at parties. My friends will drink, so I will too.
Kids who drink before age 15 are 5 times more likely to have alcohol problems when they're adults.
My parents won't really know what's going on yet. I mean, I'll do okay in school, but when I drink, I'll do some things I don't really want to do. So by the time my parents talk to me about it, alcohol won't be my only problem.
Alcohol affects their judgment and their future, so start talking before they start drinking.
My parents won't believe it could happen to me.
For more information on teens and alcohol, and to learn what you can do, visit the web at stopalcoholabuse.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the Ad Council, and this station.
Eric Easy E. Wright. Urban Magic Johnson. These are just 2 of the many people who could not escape the horrible disease known as HIV. AIDS.gov calculated that 1.2 million people in the U.S. are living with HIV, and 1 in every 8 of them don't even know that they are HIV positive. It is time for everyone to go to their local doctor and get tested. Let's do what we can to make sure we continue the fight against HIV, so we are no longer hearing sounds like this.
I don't want to die yet!
But instead hearing sounds like this.
I love you, Daddy!
Listen to this message. Please don't ignore it. Go get tested, and the life you will save is yours.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. I'm Paul George. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke F-A-S-T. Fast. Life is why. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You always got to let it drop. Oh, vengeful one, disturbed. Have to let it go right here, right in the pine with JD and T-Baby. Tino Wright, hanging in there. He had to go he made me run real quick and have to go get a little water for him. So I almost didn't make it, but
you quick.
I'm quick on it.
Quick on the feet, man.
Gatorade. No, he wants water. He wanted water. Let me see if I can find the other one. I've just did all these there it is.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
Hey, man.
So
water is the life.
It is. It is. Anyway, thank you all very much for joining us here as we get you caught up on what the week was here in just in sports in general. Congratulations, University of Pacific men's soccer took their first game over at home against Westmont. They won 4-0 or 4-0, as some of them say.
Why they gotta do them like that?
Hey, I've been around Coach Jordan the last 4 years, and he's got an attacking style of play, and I think that's why he's starting to get more and more recognition, and people are starting to want to come to that school because of the way he wants to play. So
that's what's up.
Keep an eye on this year. The West Coast Conference has deemed them as the potential top front runners of the conference, which means that we may be looking at another potential opportunity to see them to give a national championship run, and maybe they'll be in the playoffs again. So we'll see how that goes.
Whoa.
Water polo is big over there at the school. There's actually a lot of undercover, oh hey, I wouldn't think of this, watching out this sport kind of thing over at UOP that really push themselves, that really are always in the contention of national titles or going into the playoff kind of schedule. Water polo is one of them. Men's water polo usually is ranked number 4, 5, or 6.
Man, that's good. That's good.
Field hockey, which is a very unique sport, which I wouldn't say it's unique, but it's interesting and not many people look at it. So you'll have to look it up.
This ain't lacrosse.
It's kind of hard to, because I don't want to put down any sport, but it's kind of like putting lacrosse, soccer, hockey all in one.
Yeah, that's wicked.
It's very unique. I mean, because it has a goalie. It has
a serious crossover, right?
Yeah. So it's very unique. You'll have to take a look. But they're also, Coach Andy Smith over there always looks like he has another solid team. They always take on Stanford. Stanford's in this conference, the American East Conference. That always is.
That's big time.
It's tough. Yeah, it's always it's a very unique sport, and it's very fun to watch. So we'll see how that goes. But a lot of fall sports to really follow in the area. Once again, part of the 209 Sports Network. We always want to throw out a little love towards that side. Delta College. I mean, Delta College always has good athletics too. I mean, the junior college over there. Heck, last year women's volleyball went all the way to state finals. So they almost had it, and always fun to. It's always a good time, man. I'm telling you what.
State volleyball?
There's always.
That's big though.
Yeah,
especially for Stockton.
Amelia Thompson was she was a killer. So oh man, she's good. Yeah. But back to this other story that just came out here recently.
Hold on, wait a second.
What happened?
Is Barlow still a coach at?
Yeah. Talk to me, Goose. What happened? This one time at band camp?
Kind of thing.
Uh-oh.
Kind of thing, yeah.
We got time? What's up?
Well, once we had a camp, right? We had like a 7-on-7 camp at Delta.
Who was you with?
Franklin. This is when I was at Franklin.
Oh, not Franklin High School in Stockton?
Yeah.
Oh, you were in Franklin's High School in Stockton? No kidding.
Bro.
I didn't know this. You got to tell me things. You got to keep me...
I told you, I'm from the Ville.
Okay.
I am from the Ville. I moved over there once I got older, once I met my wife. But
I'm gonna scissor kick you in the back of the head.
Not only were you Franklin, I'm Stag, bro. So it's kind of when
you Stag, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So what year? I'm 05. I graduated 05.
I'm 2000.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Boom. Camp. We at Delta. Barlow said some little sleek term like because over at Franklin, if you don't know our coach Vernon, they make it seem like we're athletes that's paid to play over there at camp. So he said something slick out of his mouth, like in the words of, "Hey, you guys go over there, go get that. You guys go over there, go get that." And I don't know, we wasn't moving fast enough, right? And he's well, what do you guys think you're gonna get paid for it?
Is this Coach Barlow?
It's Barlow.
Wow.
And we're in high school. We're seniors. We're in high school. We're getting ready to, do our thing. And he's all, "What do you guys think? You're not going to get paid for it?" I said, "No, did you hear what he just said to us?" I said, "Wow. There's no chance I will ever play for Delta."
Wow.
So I went to Butte.
Do you want to go to war, Malaki?
No.
Because we could go to war.
No. Hey.
I'm for real.
I'm just keeping it lit. I'm telling you. I'm out. I won't ever play. And even after that, I went to school at Delta, but I didn't play.
Wow.
Could have, but not while Barlow's at him. Not when I had to tell him I played for Vern. He gonna treat me some type of way.
Wow. Interesting.
That's how I feel. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's a lot of Franklin boys that play for Barlow because I know a few of my guys that did. But he rubbed me wrong with that one.
Well, and it's kind of crazy because I'm good friends with the defensive coordinator, Doug Murray, who I've known for many years. So it's kind of like, wow, okay. And I've talked to Coach Barlow many times. Even when I was finishing high school, I didn't play for him.
Hell on, man. He got a thing for Franklin guys. At least when you know, he knows when you play for Vern. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
yes.
So since we're on the college kick, what do you think Coach Barlow would do with LSU wide receiver Drake Davis, reserve wide receiver? And he says he's just a reserve wide receiver, Drake Davis, even though he played in all 13 games. He's a junior this year. He's alleged to have committed battery on his girlfriend on multiple occasions in April and June, according to a police report obtained by WBRZ. They're on your side in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The report alleges that Davis tried to strangle her, broke one of her ribs, and texted threatening messages. Davis played in all 13 games last year for LSU, and also he only caught 3 passes, but for 134 yards, one of those being was an 87-yard score against Syracuse. What would
get him out of there?
He's suspended indefinitely.
Get his ass out of there.
But this is just so. You know, how we opened the. What happened?
I had to drop one bomb on him, but I'm just saying you gotta get him out of there.
Yeah,
get his butt out of there.
Yeah,
there's no place for that, bro. There's too many great athletes who was raised. I ain't gonna say he was raised wrong.
No,
ain't no room for that, man. Ain't no room for that.
It seems to me like we opened the show with is that college sports to me was always so pure. Like it was like when I say pure, I talk about not being the thump in your chest. It's all about me, and the LeBron Jameses of the world haven't really been developed yet. They're not there yet.
That's true. It's more of a team environment.
But the more I look at it, the Jalen Hurds of the world, coach didn't tell me nothing about it. He's a 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid. He didn't tell me nothing. I want to be a starter. Yeah, I don't blame you want to be a starter. Then earn it. Don't go over there crying to ESPN and the media going, they won't let me play.
Right.
Earn it. For the love of Pete's sake. I mean, it's just, to me, and not only that, he's not that good of a quarterback anyways.
No, yeah, he's a scrambling quarterback.
He's a scrambling quarterback that doesn't fit the Alabama style. Exactly. You want to go to do that? Go to Virginia Tech. Go to follow the road of Michael Vick. Something like that.
He's clearly an NFL prospect.
He's clearly an NFL athlete. There's no denying that his abilities, his speed, and his intangibles are great. He's not an NFL quarterback. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I don't think he is.
He can develop into one, and I think his skill set is going to be valued more going forward. Quarterbacks that can get away from big guys is going to be valued more if you can throw the ball and work on it. You're going to check out Mahomes.
Is he better than Lamar Jackson? I'm not.
He's going to be on the same stage.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay, Lamar Jackson will be better, but he's scrambling quarterback that can throw the ball.
Lamar Jackson is going to be going to be typically a backup quarterback for the majority of his career.
Lamar Jackson.
Joe Flacco is going to be. Joe Flacco's paid too much to be not a non-starting quarterback.
I'm with Ramsey on this. Flacco sucks.
No. So Jalen Ramsey, the defensive back for the Jacksonville Jaguars, sent out a list of his garbage, if you will, quarterbacks. And so he's listed, obviously.
Almost.
Well, not that one. This one.
Garbage. Happy we won.
All right, cool.
Terrell Pryor, garbage.
Facts.
But the fact is that, so I don't think Lamar Jackson's going to beat out Joe Flacco anytime soon. Joe Flacco's going to be your starting quarterback for the Ravens for a very long time. Jalen Hurts is going to be that same. He's the Team
He's covering.
Tebow, where he'll have lightning in a bottle. He'll throw a couple good passes. He couldn't even do it on the grand stage
Jalen Hurts is.
He couldn't do it in the grand stage of the national championship. They had to bench him. They put Tagovailoa in there to take over.
But I see him being.
He was what, 3 of 12?
Yeah, he had a bad game, but you got to think about what he did all season.
None of it's impressed me.
Even the year before.
None of it's impressed me.
He's getting it done.
None of it's impressed me.
He's running the ball. He's doing it all. Go back and look at the tape.
I have. That's the whole thing. Is
The
I've
tape
looked.
don't lie.
He has not impressed me.
Well, I don't know what you're looking at. He's the guy. He can get it done. Now, don't
I
get
don't
me
need
wrong.
less from you, son of Satan.
Don't get me wrong. He may not be as good as Lamar Jackson.
But if Lamar Jackson is going to be a backup quarterback for the majority of his career,
he'll be better than Brett Hundley.
I'm not impressed with Brett Hundley either.
But if Brett Hundley can back up fucking Aaron Rodgers,
okay,
I think Hurts has a pretty good chance. And at his skill, you don't think so?
No, he needs to switch positions.
Plenty of
He does.
To what?
He can play plenty of Terrell Pryor, which we just heard about.
He's not that tall.
Terrell Pryor, but doesn't have to be.
He ain't that. I don't know if he can catch. And
He don't need to be
that.
6'3". I mean, I'm just saying.
The guy can throw the ball, bro.
Yeah, to the opposing team.
Devo stalling out. Okay, I see what you're saying about. Okay.
I'm not a fan of his. And
so you want Tua to start?
Tua's going to start.
You would like Tua to start?
Tua's going to start.
For how long?
I think he'll start the whole season. Tagovailoa is a.
Okay, if they start with the kid.
If they're going to.
Okay, when they start with the kid.
Uh-huh.
I'll give him. By the fourth game, Hurts to be in.
No.
Okay.
Chip, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I'm just calling it like
No,
it
he's
is.
just had water, but still.
I'm just calling it how it is.
No, there's no way. No. Tagovailoa's
all right. Who's they play the first game?
You're gonna have me. You're gonna test me
Yeah,
on that.
man.
Hold
Since
on.
you want to back up to some throwing some more, who they play the first game?
I'll get you. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me get to it. But anyways, to me, it's just so it's so pure.
And if you ask me, I think they both can get the job done. But you gotta go. I like to go with experience. And I know pure talent is, and being pure talent raw is good too. But
Yeah, I'll have to look that up. I don't
Hurts
have
ain't
it.
garbage, bro. You making it seem like he's garbage.
No.
You are.
Whoa.
You making it seem like he's garbage.
There's no way.
You just say you need to change positions. That's practically calling
What did
him
we
garbage.
talk about just from the beginning? What did I say about what kind of compliments did I give him right to start off with?
I don't remember too many. Go with you. You basically was saying the boy need to change positions. He
does.
Well, how many? All right. What did you say good about him as a quarterback?
Oh, there's nothing good about
All
him as a
right,
quarterback.
exactly. So you're bashing him. I think he's better than a kid like Brett Hundley playing behind Aaron Rodgers, and I think he'll have a chance, just like any other scrambling quarterback. So scrambling quarterback who can throw the ball.
But quarterbacks like that,
they're valued, bro.
Are going to be out of the league within the next 3 years. Brett Hundley will not stay as the.
I'm surprised he's there.
He will not be with the Green Bay Packers after his rookie contract.
I'm surprised he's there.
Who, Hundley?
Yeah.
Well, they drafted him. They have to keep him.
I'm surprised he's there, but it's just the fact of the matter. Someone like him can get in there. Jalen Hurts has a place on someone's team, bro. And it's at quarterback. I'm telling you. Okay. I'm telling you right now, he will be an NFL quarterback. And they're not going to move him to receiver. He's too damn little. He's about as big as Russell.
He may get drafted as a quarterback.
But they're not going to move him positions. That's not smart.
No, what will happen is he's going to get drafted as a quarterback, and then he's going to have the Terrell Pryor situation. He's going to be moved.
Let me remember what Terrell Pryor was doing.
He was a quarterback for the Raiders.
I mean,
I know, enough said, right?
Okay. Whoo! Will he beat Terrell Pryor in the Raiders? See, I just can't say no right away.
He's not going to be.
But I'm not gonna doubt the kid. I think
he's not going to be your starting quarterback.
Well, Terrell Pryor didn't fucking play for Nick Saban either, Alabama. He played for Urban Meyer.
Mm-hmm. He played at Ohio State. I don't think he played for Urban Meyer.
You may have some side. You may have a little bit. You may. I don't know.
He's not gonna. He's not a good quarterback, dude. I'm telling you right now.
I think he can throw the ball, and I think. Okay, Alabama play who?
I don't know yet.
They're throwing Samoan. I like the kid. I seen one good game.
Yeah, it was on the biggest stage of them all.
I don't give a fuck if it was that. Excuse me.
I'm just gonna start finding you.
I don't care if it was on Dancing with the Stars. This dude had one game, bro. Hurt's been doing it for the past how many? You gotta give respect when it's due. He's not a receiver.
So here's how it goes: is they play Louisville Cardinals on September 1st. Here's your first 4 games. You ready?
Louisville Cardinals.
Yeah. They're gonna take them down.
Yeah, they will. But dude, don't.
Does Toivola, does he throw for 250 yards?
No.
Yes. Anyways, you're wrong. Anyways, Arkansas State. Arkansas State Red Wolves. So they play Arkansas State Red Wolves. Excuse me.
He will against Arkansas. Not versus Louisville. You got Louisville fucked up, messed up. Louisville not about to let the throwing someone do them like that.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna get schooled.
They'll lose the game, but I think they'll run the ball really, really good on them.
Who cares about them running the ball?
That dude is not Steve Young. He's not gonna sit back there and just wham it around.
Oh.
I personally don't think that.
Well,
I haven't seen it. That's why. Until he showed me.
You saw it on the national championship game.
I mean, I haven't seen enough of it. Okay. I've seen one, like half. I've seen one game.
Arkansas State Red Wolves. That's on September 8th. Then September 15th, Ole Miss Rebels.
Oh, now listen to me. That third one, okay, fourth one is
Texas A&M.
Okay, that third one gonna be the third one is gonna be the tables turn. The third, I say that Ole Miss, who was Ole Miss ranked?
Ole Miss ain't ranked.
None of those top 3 games are ranked. What a lucky mother. When they play a ranked game, none.
It doesn't really show on this.
Okay. Oh, I like Ole Miss. Not even knowing who's out there, they're not gonna just lay down either. Louisville, Ole Miss gonna play stout.
Nope.
I think both those games he won't throw for 250.
You're out your rabbit mind.
Now mark my word.
Break some veins.
That's what I'm saying. Now if it was Hurts, would I say that? No, I would say Hurts would throw for let's say 200 yards.
No. I'm sorry. Can't let you do that.
He would throw for about I was gonna say about 200 yards and about 100 yards rushing. That's how I see the kid, man. And Tua, he could do the same thing, just not
give him the Heisman then. If we're gonna go there, why isn't he even consideration for Heisman?
Well, starting because they benched him on the biggest stage.
The Heisman's before that game.
Well, still, it's just a fact. I think he's a good quarter. I think both of them. Don't get me wrong. Tua can start. He'll win. He's just not experienced. He's got a lot of learning to do.
Well, and you know what Jalen Hurts' his responses are when it goes. He goes, I only have 2 losses in my career, or 1 loss.
I'm not even gonna go that far. I'm just talking experience. Period. The throwing Samoan he's fresh. He's fresh. He's got to have time to develop. He's young. He don't know what pressure feels like. He haven't felt it.
He did a comeback on the biggest
game.
And it was a comeback.
Okay, let me tell you this. Let me say, how can I put this? You know what beginners? You ever hear beginners luck? Do it again. You think he'll do that stuff again? He will not do it. That game like that will not happen again if he played it again and started.
No. I think that
he has some miracle plays that happen, bro.
Yeah, he rejuvenated a team that all of a sudden needed somebody like
here
this.
Here we go with the good, feel good stories.
That's my quarterback.
Yeah, here you go with the good feel. But listen, bro, you can't deny talent. That's all I'm saying. You can't deny talent. He has talent. Hurts has talent. No, he can throw the ball. He can run the ball. He's a quarterback.
No, he will not be a quarterback.
You don't think so?
No. Prove it. Here's the thing. He has not shown me anything that has made me believe that.
Wait. Didn't they win the national? How many national championships did they won with him? One?
38?
No, he's been there for.
He's been there for a couple years. They've won, I believe it's 2.
So.
Yeah, that whole team is what made that win.
Quarterback had nothing to do with it.
No. He's a game managing quarterback. He's your next Trent Dilfer.
See, what Stephen A. say? I can't believe. See, you said, but that's what I'm getting from you. I'm getting that from you. I'm getting the vibe that he's a Trent Dilfer, and I just can't put that together. I don't know how you disrespected him so bad.
Okay.
If anything, I think the throwing some more.
You know what?
Trent Dilfer.
No. He's your next RG3. He'll be your flash in the pan for a little bit of time, and he'll be gone within 3 years.
You think he's going to get injured?
He'll be gone within 3 years.
Because, the reason he got hurt, that's the reason RG3's not good, because he got hurt.
No, he sucked.
He got hurt.
He got sucked after his first year. They made it to the playoffs. What happened after that? Yeah, he got hurt.
Got hurt, and then it went downhill.
I've got to look up something here, because now...
Here we go. The number guy...
Because now,
I'm just there.
Robert Griffin III, career stats in the NFL. Let's go ahead and take a look at this.
It was an injury. He got hurt. He shouldn't have came back in that playoff game.
2000. Ooh. Okay. Ray. Okay. He played. Oh, come on, computer. He played for the Washington Redskins in 2012. Right? Started as his first year.
Rookie. Got rookie of the year, right?
258 completions.
Yeah.
20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Yeah, we don't want to hear that.
2013.
Right.
13 games.
This is next year.
Next year. His completion percentage went from 65.6 to 60.1.
Wow. People are throwing 58% right now, bro. Stop it.
Now, hold on.
Good quarterbacks throwing 58%.
Can I finish?
Go ahead. Come on with your numbers.
16 touchdowns.
He had 20 the first one.
16.
He had 20 the first year.
12 interceptions.
Okay, wow. He threw some picks. He got a little happy. Wow.
2014. He started 9 games. This is when he got hurt.
Back to that season with the 13 games.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, 16 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. You gotta kind of respect that.
13 games. That's less than 2 touchdowns a game. A starting quarterback should at least throw 2 touchdowns in this kind of era. You need to show that you can throw at least 2 to 3 touchdowns a game in order to compete with any team.
2 touchdowns a game is great.
No, 2 touchdowns is average.
Okay, but if you could withstand that.
So he didn't even throw 2 touchdowns a game.
Okay, his rookie year he had 20 and 5. And then second one he had 16 and 12. 16 and 13.
He went 16 and 12.
16 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's not, okay. I'm just looking at the touchdown category. The pick category is obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But the touchdown category, I think, is hard. I think it was still not his fault.
His quarterback rating went from 102.4 to 82.2.
They couldn't catch. A lot of people.
We're going to call it on that. There it went. See ya.
Dropping the ball.
Where'd he go?
You cannot deny RG3's talent once when he was healthy.
And then in 2014, he played 9 games. This is this injury year that we just talked about. That's where he broke his ankle, and that was pretty much the end of RG3. Once again, before his rookie contract was done. 9 games. Threw for, and both these other 2, he was on the pace. I'll be honest, he was on the pace for about a 3,000-yard season. Oh. But in 9 games, 4 TDs.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
And 6 interceptions in 9 games. So I'm going off of the 9 games.
He was bad.
Yeah,
he was bad.
That is what I think is going to be more like the Jalen Hurts. He'll come out with a decent start. He'll boom, boom, boom. Oh, best thing since sliced bread.
And you think he gonna meet the same? He gonna have the same thing going? I'm gonna tell you what happened.
It's the general trend of most of these running quarterbacks. Michael Vick is probably your only real exception. Because he actually has... Because it's all up here. It's all in the mind. And for the people that are just listening to this, it's all in the mind. Why do pocket quarterbacks that have the potential to scramble have much more of a career than just the prototypical scrambling quarterback? The mentality of the running quarterback is run first.
But that's changed.
To some.
To like almost a 50-50. Throw and run.
No, because once again, I can start. Aaron Rodgers right now is a perfect example because he has the ability to run. Right? We don't. Yeah. He has some wheels.
But
when he
coming
needs to.
out of Cal, that wasn't his pedigree running the ball.
No, it wasn't.
He was pocket traditional throw the ball.
Exactly.
So he wasn't one of the scrambling quarterbacks.
Look down the list of current quarterbacks in the NFL that are starters. Once again, and that's how because I want to make sure that I'm paraphrasing what I want to do. That are starters. Jimmy Garoppolo, Derek Carr, guys like that are still young, can scramble, have a few wheels if they need to, but they don't run. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is not that guy.
No, he's not going to be no top. See, those guys you name and really throw the ball really well.
Yeah, and can scramble out of the
college. They were not the Hurts of running.
No,
they weren't.
No, and I'm not disputing.
You got to think a good way to look at it is like Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's because he just got quarterback
because he just got the. That's fine.
That's why. But
I think if you ask me,
that's why I said starting quarterback.
Okay, but if you ask me, Lamar Jackson can start on the Buffalo Bills.
I'm glad you brought that up. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of just because he's a backup there, don't mean he can't start somewhere else. That means they just got to get squad over there. You know, just in case.
I don't think Joe Flacco's that good either. But
me neither. And he's overpaid and all this other stuff. But I think it values Lamar Jackson being behind him. And I think the same with Hurts. If he gets to a good season, he'll be valued off his quarterbacking skill, and he will at least be a backup.
No, he won't.
Yes,
you're wrong. That's okay though. It's not the first time you're wrong, and it won't be the last. Hey, how about this?
He got to show.
Oh man, the A's are one game away from first in their division. Is this great for baseball? That's on Riding the Pine with JD, Tino Wright, T-Baby. We'll be right back.
Want to fight childhood asthma? Then fight it with a scrub brush and a hot soapy towel. Even in the neatest and tidiest homes, if there's so much as a crumb to eat or a drop to drink, household pests like bugs and mice will do all that they can to get it. And they're more than just a nuisance for kids with asthma, because they can actually trigger an asthma attack. So, sweep up crumbs, wipe down tables, scrub dishes before they pile up in the sink, and store leftovers in plastic bags or bowls. Don't leave bugs and mice so much as one tidbit or nibble, and you can stop a childhood asthma attack before it starts. Discover other simple ways to prevent an asthma attack. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS or visit noattacks.org, because no child should feel like a fish out of water. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. EPA, the Ad Council, and this station. In the great scheme of things, a minute isn't all that much. Unless you happen to have a stroke. All of a sudden, those minutes count. Minutes that could mean losing your ability to talk. Minutes that could mean losing your ability to walk. Talking, moving, walking, gone. Which is why, if you can get help in time, your stroke can be treated. The warning signs of a stroke include sudden numbness or weakness of the face, sudden trouble seeing, speaking, or understanding. If you experience this, call 911 immediately, because time lost is brain lost. Visit strokeassociation.org or call 1-888-4STROKE today. A public service announcement brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Know the facts about African Americans and stroke. To join the movement to stop stroke, visit strokeassociation.org today.
Some look up to the Man of Steel and others follow lines in the web. But I look up to my real-life icon, my dad, and calling him anything less than great would be misguided. In his warm arms, I confided all of my fears. And as my time to rear others grows near, I'm reminded that women marry men just like their fathers. And I hope that's true. Anything less might as well not even bother.
A message from the National Fatherhood Initiative, the Ad Council, and this radio station. Visit fatherhood.org for more information. Have you been a dad today?
Imagine if I told you that an earthquake was going to hit tomorrow right where you live. That it would be 6.5 in magnitude with aftershocks occurring twice 25 minutes apart. You'd no doubt talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you an earthquake will happen tomorrow, but what if it does? Shouldn't you have a plan? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait, communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Time Clippers down 2. Griffin on the wing for 3 and the win! Oh my goodness! We've got a winner! Locker lead! Yes! Buzzer! Oh! Anthony Davis!
It's in 4 seconds. Here's his move. He spins an off-balance shot. Wins the game!
Call that way. Curry flings it the other way. And he got it!
Stay up to date on all local sports in the 209. Follow us on Facebook, the 209 Sports Facebook page. Oh, Billy Idol action here. Get you keeping going on a Saturday morning. Ride the Pine with JD. That's me, Def Dominic. You can reach on Twitter at JDominic81 and reach the show directly on at Ride the Pine JD. Or you can just tweet the show or tweet the 209 Sports Network, which is at 209_sports. T-Baby had one job, and I don't think he did it yet.
And which is?
To create a Twitter account.
Oh, no.
Failed.
Oh, I didn't.
That's all right.
Hey, it's all right. If you want to get at me, get at my boy. He ain't good at me.
I see him every day almost. So.
Go on, you know, it's easy.
Hey, how'd you do at golf?
Tomorrow.
What about last week?
Oh, last week was good.
You know, the one I wasn't invited to.
Look, we're trying to do every Sunday thing, every Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Trying to do every Sunday morning thing, so don't act like you're not invited.
I suck, dude. The way you talk, though, it's like you're pretty damn good.
I'm trying to get to hit shots that I want to hit. That's all. And I'm stuck.
I play military style. If you ever heard of it, it means I go left, then right, then left, then right, then left and left, and then find the green.
Yeah, I heard of it. Don't get me wrong, I do the same thing.
So on a par 4, I'm probably hitting a par 6.
That's good.
Then I might try and screw with you.
That's good. That's good. We could play. It's not like you're getting like a 12. I get 12 on a fucking par 4.
That might happen too once in a while.
That's what I'm saying. It happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best. Don't get me wrong. On some of them, I can get a par.
That's what keeps you coming back, right?
I can get a
it's
par.
Those ones?
I can get a fucking par. And you most definitely I get a par. Don't let me miss a birdie shot. It's like the whole course gonna hear me scream. For sure.
Anyone ever tell you look like a penis with a little hat on?
Just asking.
By the way, no, they haven't.
That's all right. Hey, man, let's quickly. We got some golf to talk about too, because I want to talk about Brooks Koepka and just what was so great about that whole tournament and why the PGA Championship was well deserving of the looks that it got. There's a lot to talk about on that. There really was. But I want to get to this. Right now, what's kind of happening right in our backyard, pretty much, is the Oakland Athletics. Man, I mean, I'll tell you what. A team that looks like that they should not be where they're at is one game out of the division. And this is really scary if you're, i.e., like you, where you're a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
Because that means you're going to be taking on the Houston Astros, and you know for a fact that they will be throwing out there either Justin Verlander or Garrett Cole. Those are going to be your two guys, and they may go right together. It may go Verlander and then Garrett Cole. Hey, come out the pen for us, bro.
Straight cheating. But
straight cheating.
You know, yeah, that's a nightmare. Verlander for one game is a nightmare.
Yeah.
For the Yankees. And, you know, I can live with that being, our last game. That's fine, man.
They could throw... really? I wouldn't be fine with that at all.
I'm fine with that. You know why? Because he's that good.
Well,
if you lose to someone that good, you just got to give him kudos, bro. I don't know how many other people going to hit that guy.
Right. Well, I mean,
Boston may.
Boston's the best team in the league.
I mean, yeah. Don't get me wrong. They're
and I'm sure that hurts you to say that.
I'll keep it 100. I'll keep it 100. Their pitching staff is solid.
You don't have a choice on this one.
Their pitching staff is solid. Shit, we can't hit them. I mean,
true.
Yeah, we can't hit them, bro. What's his name? Porcello, bro.
Chris Sale.
We're not even going to do Sale. We're not even going to do Price.
David Price has been up and down. He's had a rocky season this year. I mean, he's been good. He's been much better than what he was last year, but he's been up and down.
But Porcello,
yeah,
that motherfucker right there. He's the little dagger. He's the dagger.
Yeah, he's been hurting.
He's the dagger. He's been whapping him aside that head.
So what's been most impressive about not just the A's, but I mean, we look at it, the Braves, the Phillies. I mean, these are all young
Phillies.
teams.
The Phillies, man. You know what? The Phillies really surprised me. Now, you're going to laugh at this, but guess who brought the Phillies to my attention? Not everybody.
Okay.
You would never guess who. This year is about 2 months ago, before this run.
Would it be, let me think. Could it be Calvin from one of our drivers over at work?
Calvin usually don't talk too much baseball. He's a baseball
Would it be
guy.
Jeff at work?
It was Jeff.
Really? Okay.
And when he told me, I'm like, Jeff. Like, really, bro? Who do they have? He like, no, like they're. We agreed that they were young, but he tried to put more on it. Like, man, they're a good young team. I'm like, all right, Jeff, I'll be watching.
Well, they got a guy over there that's a local kid, Reese Hoskins, who's
he's local.
Yeah, he's from Sacramento, somewhere close by Sacramento.
Calm it down.
What?
You're lying.
No, Reese Hoskins.
I didn't know that.
Look him up. RHYS Hoskins. Reese Hoskins.
Know that.
Yeah. So, anyways,
he for sure is a beast.
Yeah. Well, heck, you got him plus Aaron Judge. These guys are local kids.
I didn't know.
Aaron Judge is about 30 minutes east from where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah, I know. Judge.
Yeah, you knew that. I would hope you'd know that one.
Come on now.
But anyways, the fact is, though, someone's got a little smile on their face.
Baby. This fool went to Jesuit.
Yeah.
He's from Sacramento.
Yeah.
Whoa. He went to Cal State University, Sacramento. He went to Sac State.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I learned something today.
Well, you're welcome. You've learned a couple things today. One, that Jalen Hurts is not that good of a quarterback, and two, that Reese Hoskins went this.
Well, it's obvious. The whole nation has been trying to doubt my boy Hurts, but that's cool though. You know what I mean? You gotta put some respect on my man's name. Some respect though.
So a lot of young guys are doing a lot of big things in a great situation. All three of them playing for potential playoffs and trying to go to the World Series. You know, I don't think either. Out of these three teams, and let me light them up here for real quick. The Oakland Athletics, the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Atlanta Braves. If you were to pick one of these three right now, and because all three of them look like they're definitely in the playoff hunt, who do you like the most? And this is not saying that, T-Baby says this team's going to the World Series. This is, who do you like the most that could potentially make a run at the World Series?
You said Phillies, Braves,
and A's.
Obviously the A's.
You think the A's?
They got the momentum right now.
They definitely got most of the momentum.
Hey man, like Tupac said, I got the juice now. The A's got the juice right now. I got the juice, mother. But you know, the A's got the juice right now.
So I just read this here on off of CBS Sports. I didn't get too far into it, but I was just reading. So the Phillies look really good right now, right?
They do, though. They do. Don't get me wrong. They do.
Would you be even more terrified if that they could get stronger by picking up a key free agent?
The Phillies?
Next year.
Oh, for sure.
So rumor has it, we're just getting into this is just a rumor, but one GM put it out there on CBS Sports. He didn't. It looked like he didn't have it named. He thinks that Bryce Harper could be going to could definitely have potential to going to the Phillies. How scary is that?
Very.
A lot of protection. See, the thing is to me in Washington, he doesn't have the kind of protection like in the batting order that I would like.
They got some boys that I like Soto.
I like the guys. Soto's good.
Nice.
Soto's good.
I actually, you know what? I think Bryce should stay in Washington.
You think so?
Way better team. Not way better, a better team.
I just like the Phillies because they're an uprising team.
I like that too, always. But who they have throwing?
They have Nola. I like Nola.
They got Nola and they got Nick Pavetta.
Mm-hmm.
I got him on my fantasy. He's nice. But he can give it up sometimes.
It's true.
He can give it up sometimes. You look at the Nationals ace. You got Max
Scherzer,
and you got Strasburg.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy.
But at least you have something.
Yeah.
And then you got other pieces like Soto,
Gio Gonzalez, who's a pitcher as well.
You got some stuff going on in Washington. I think that they're more playoff experienced team for sure. Because obviously Philly's young.
Yeah.
But for Bryce, if he want to do something, as in get into the playoffs and get into a chance to win something, he might want to stay in Washington. You go to Philly, you're on a rebuilding squad. You're on a rebuilding mindset.
Well, if this team makes the playoffs, is it rebuilding again?
Yes, you have to stay that way. Don't get your hopes up.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why the Yankees kind of changed overnight, because in the beginning, we had no shot until we kind of made it far last year out of nowhere, and it was just like, don't expect that shit next year. And
that's what concerns me too, because then they got Giancarlo Stanton.
And then he was blessed. Boom, into your lap. Thanks, Jeter. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
But,
cheating.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
all of a sudden.
Separate trademark not to be used produced with Ricky Bobby.
But see, even then, they're like, oh, yeah, now we are World Series bound. And now, with the playoffs right on the horizon, starting to peak on that horizon, like it's starting to come up, and you're almost hitting September, and you're all still going, man, the Red Sox, they're really good.
Yeah,
they got better with JD Martinez, but
they did.
Man,
and Mookie really helped.
Good.
And Mookie's really
Mookie's
good.
beasting it.
Mookie should be a Yankee, but it's cool.
Don't worry about it. Give it time. He will be.
That's funny. Oh man, but I don't hate. I can't hate. I cannot hate. That's one thing I can't ever do is hate. You gotta give credit when credit's due. They balling.
But
they balling.
So now, out of the A's and the Astros, I mean, does that mean that you're more scared of the A's than the Astros?
Why would you even start it that way? I'm way more scared of the Astros than the A's. Okay. I'd rather play Oakland.
Okay. Well,
please let us play Oakland. I'm begging that.
Because what we talked about last week, and yeah, part of it is because being the fear of having a one-game playoff.
Yes.
It's always kind of scary because you just never know at this point. Yeah, you're going to throw out your number one starter.
True.
But you're still going, oh man, I don't know if I can. One game, he just may get hot that day.
You know what's funny?
What?
If the Yankees got one game, the starting pitcher probably shouldn't be the one that they had on their roster for a while. It'd be the one that they just picked up. Either
J. Happ,
or Lynn.
Okay.
I hate to say it, but they right now, as we speak, they're giving us the best chance of winning.
Yeah. And all you have to do is
because Sevy's Tanaka's
Yeah.
We gotta go with the two new guys, and then if you look at the other side, we ain't gonna look at Houston because we know who they're gonna throw.
Yeah, we already know.
Oakland, who Oakland gonna throw?
Oakland could throw Sean Manaea.
Well,
I could see Manaea.
I love that.
I could see Sean Manaea.
I love Sean. Come on, Manaea. He a lefty, ain't he? He is. He a lefty. Yeah. Bring it down here, boy. Come on, surfer kid. But you think about it. I'd much rather play Oakland than Houston any day for one game.
Yeah, I could see it. It'll be interesting. What do I have next for you? Where are we at? We are a few minutes away before Frame It or Burn It Down, our new segment. But hey, guess what? AJ McCarron just went down for the Bills. Could this be the guy that takes over? And no, it may not be Josh Allen. That's next. Ride the Pine with JD. T-Baby, Tino Wright. Be right back.
Yay!
college freshman is supposed to be tough, but let me tell you about my schedule this semester. All 18 credits. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have American Lit at 8:05 a.m. And then I only have 15 minutes to get to my 9:15 Ethics and Value Theory class all the way across campus. Then in the afternoon, Calculus 1. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have 2 lectures that go through lunch. Sociology of Families, then Intro to Microbiology. Pre-med. And finally, I have a double lab that ends around 9 p.m. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you.
If a kid will do whatever it takes to get through college, what will you do to send her there? Please support the United Negro College Fund and call 1-800-332-UNCF, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. A public service brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
What does freedom of speech mean to me?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it. Freedom of speech means I can speak out against the majority. It means I can express my opinion freely.
It's the American dream.
It's the First Amendment. It means everyone has a voice.
I guess freedom of speech is more than a right. It's a responsibility.
A message from the National Association of Broadcasters, Education Foundation, and this station.
Hi there, this is Sammy Hagar here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. Now, style's a personal thing, and your lifestyle is your business. But if you take it on the road, it becomes everybody else's business. Please, plan ahead. Designate before you celebrate. Because friends do not let friends drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
I know, being a college freshman is supposed to be tough, but let me tell you about my schedule this semester. All 18 credits. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have American Lit at 8:05 a.m. And then I only have 15 minutes to get to my 9:15 Ethics and Value Theory class all the way across campus. Then in the afternoon, Calculus 1. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have 2 lectures that go through lunch. Sociology of Families, then Intro to Microbiology. Pre-med. And finally, I have a double lab that ends around 9 p.m. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you.
If a kid will do whatever it takes to get through college, what will you do to send her there? Please support the United Negro College Fund and call 1-800-332-UNCF, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. A public service brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Take an ordinary putty knife and scrape off the old wax ring. Place the new wax ring over the flange, then line up the bolts with the bowl and gently set in place, making sure a proper seal is created with the flange and drain. Next.
Dad?
Yeah, sweetie.
Is that an old plumbing manual?
Oh, yeah, honey.
We really need to get some new books.
Right, do you want me to stop?
Nah, I kinda wanna know how it ends.
Okay. Tighten the bolts, line up the flushing valve to the opening in the top of the bowl, and secure the tank with a screwdriver and crescent wrench.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm Amila Lee, guard for the ULP women's basketball team. You're listening to 209 Sports.
Now you're listening to Ride the Pine with JD on the 209 Sports Network. I'm JD Jeff Dominic. Can be reached on @JDominic81 on Twitter. You can also email the show. You can email the show too, 209sports209@gmail.com, as well as you can hit us up on Twitter right on the show. That is Ride the Pine JD on Twitter, @RideThePineJD. T-Baby is with us for another week. Somehow I convinced him to stay for another week. Well,
we are here, man. You know,
he hangs out with me on a regular basis during the work week, Monday through Friday. We start at 5 a.m. So we run together till about 8 a.m. You're starting to do your thing about 8 o'clock. You're trying to get out the door to get on a run.
I'm trying to get out about 9:30.
Yeah, so you're loading up the truck trying to get the hell out of Dodge.
That's right.
And
That's right.
Or Chevrolet, whichever one you want to kind of look at it. But and usually I'm stuck with. Usually, so what he does is, I'll get a little story on T Baby here a little bit. What he likes to do is, let me see if I can find this real quick before I just start talking about his story. But so we'll sit in there, and about 8 o'clock rolls around, and all of a sudden he comes out with this dude that we work with. He pumps him up the whole time. And he will do the
yeah.
Talking about bad to the bone.
As soon as he comes through the door.
To me, I feel like
you look like a dirty Pop-Tart. You look like you eat farts.
Oh,
was that wrong?
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
I gotta find this though because
You look like you eat farts. Whoa. I mean, what's work without a guy like that? It's boring.
Man, I cannot believe I can't find this right now.
It's boring. I'm telling you gotta have a guy like that around.
But you pump him up so much,
and it's best if he talking. It's good if he feeling a little swaggy a little bit. I like it like that. It makes it even more funny. It's great, man. It's great. I love it.
I'm glad you love it. I'm stuck with it. That's the whole thing. Gosh dang it! I cannot believe I can't find this. So I'm stuck with it,
man.
and since I can't find what I was looking for, and what sucks is I'm probably going to find this right out as soon as I'm done.
Yep, you already know how it works.
That's a clown question, bro.
Man, I'm very upset that I cannot find this right now. But anyways, so T-Baby decides to go, well, JD, if that's his theme song, what would be yours? Or he goes, I've got one for you, or what would be yours? And I said, oh, that's easy.
Oh, that's just hell if I have a freaking theme song for everyone who comes through the door to start the shift. John, Big John.
Oh.
He will have to have the big show. Well, it's the big show. Boom, 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 boom.
Did you see him running yesterday or the other day?
Yes, I
did. My goodness.
It be some funny stuff going on over there, man. And Johnny's running behind him with the camera.
He is straight TMZ in it.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
So
it was great.
We've got theme songs. Well, we'll have to think about that one day.
We got theme songs. We got theme names.
Yesterday in the preseason action, good old boy AJ McCarron, former Cincinnati Bengal, was playing is the starter now for the for the Buffalo Bills. Gets hurt, fractured shoulder, fractured collarbone, fairly similar to what Aaron Rodgers got hurt with last year. So he may be back out 6 to 8 weeks, roughly, which means the only quarterbacks that's really on that starting roster that you're going to look at that you really thought you were going to bring with was going to be Josh Allen. And during our break, I was talking about this, and I had a scenario for you, and you actually already plugged in who I thought about. So, do you, first and foremost, take all the scenarios out of the way that I was just about to run with. Is Josh Allen, with this injury, do you have to go, Josh Allen's our guy, and because knowing A.J. McCarron is going to come back, do you go, Josh Allen, he's going to be our week 1 starter, and do you have to run him until A.J. is ready to come back?
For sure.
And depending on where the record is. So let's say A.J. McCarron doesn't come back until week 5. Josh Allen's starting quarterback through week 5. What if he's 4-1, 3-1, 3-2?
We're not taking him out.
Not taking him out.
AJ, you wasn't that good anyway, bro.
2-3. I'm going through the first 5 weeks. That's why I want to keep there. 2-3.
2-3 depends how bad we lost.
Let's say, and at that time,
if it wasn't on his fault,
during that 2-3 record, let's say he's 6 touchdowns, 6 picks. Or 6 touchdowns, 4 picks. Let's just kind of go there through 5 games.
Oh, we're keeping him.
Yeah.
6 touchdowns and we're keeping him in.
Ready to go?
Because bro, you're showing us.
Because his best player right now is Kelvin Benjamin. I mean, his best wide receiver option.
Oh, what a
because LaShawn McCoy, you don't know what's happening with him. He's got a lot of issues off the field with ex-girlfriend and stuff like that. So now you're starting to kind of go,
it's got to be somebody else. Because if that's the case, he's not looking good.
Robert Woods is your other guy from USC.
They got somebody else in the trade, a slot guy, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, it won't be too much of a difference though.
And so my thought process is, let's say even if A.J. McCarron's out 5 weeks, another thought is that Josh Allen was always never really you always have concerns with him. Just his mentality.
Right. But he's young.
Well, over there, just pretty much a stone's throw away, over there in New York, East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
You got a guy over there, and Sam Darnold's looking really, really good right now. Sam Darnold is very looking legitimate.
Yep.
And could be your starting quarterback week 1 for the New York Jets. Which means Teddy Bridgewater, he could be fair game to anybody. And he looked really good yesterday.
He looked good.
Was he yesterday? 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
The other day, he looked good.
They kind of all blend together. You know how that works?
He can be for sure starting in Buffalo.
So if Teddy Bridgewater, and here's another thing too, Nick Foles got hurt. And you don't want to run Carson Wentz out there
too early.
Yet. He's not ready. I don't think he's ready yet. He won't be ready till like week 3, to me. You still got a few weeks left. So you got 2 situations where this quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, could go. And I'm looking at both of them going, which one is more appealing to me?
Philadelphia.
Can they afford him? That's my problem.
No.
No.
I think it'll be a rental for sure, if anything.
Yeah. And what are you going to have to give up for him?
Buffalo, not so much. Buffalo, A.J. McCarron sucks. Okay. He's just about.
I'm not a huge fan of him, so I don't have a problem with you saying.
I think he's about the same as the rookie. So I'm okay with any one of them. I actually think you always want to probably.
But you're paying A.J. McCarron to be there, so
I don't care.
So
he's ass on the bench.
No. What I'm saying is he's that's fine. The long-term effect is going to be that he's going to have to be there. Is what I'm saying. Is that I think he's signed for 3 years, so he's
a safety blanket.
He's there.
He could be a safety blanket.
He's that transitional quarterback. He's there. Let's see how A.J. McCarron is. Maybe we can switch. Maybe if he does well, we can probably shop him a little bit. Same thing is going on with Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater's looking good right now, so we can probably shop him a little bit. What are we going to get for Teddy Bridgewater? If you're the New York Jets, what do you want for Teddy?
You don't want to get everything you can because he's...
Well, of course. But what's reasonable? What's reasonable for the Bills right now? What's reasonable for the Eagles?
I would say a couple of picks, like...
Thinking like a 4th and a 5th? Or?
No, a little more. If they can get a 3rd and a 4th...
They'll probably get a 3rd this year, maybe a 4th next year?
If they get a 3rd and a 4th, they can. That's solid.
I don't know.
Because a 2nd round is kind of pushing it.
Because my problem with either one of them...
2nd round, they win.
My problem with... He's not going to go to the Eagles.
No. Yeah, that would be a rental.
And the reason why is I think Nick Foles will be ready to go by week 1. I still kind of feel that. It was the shoulder strain, and it looked like he was doing okay after the New England game a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So he looks like he's all right.
Right.
I think that the Philadelphia scenario is not going to play at all. Because no matter what, Philadelphia don't want him. Philly don't want him.
No.
Buffalo is more intriguing to me, and I think could see more of the scenarios.
Yeah.
Only because A.J. McCarron, and both of them, I don't know how comfortable I feel throwing Josh Allen out there yet. Like, even now, and yet we were talking about, I don't remember if we were just talking about it just now or off air or not, but Josh Allen, yeah, he's your number 1 pick. He's your number 1 pick. He's your first-round pick.
No.
And he needs to, usually a first-round pick is a guy that can make an immediate impact on a team.
You got to give him a shot.
And he looked good. And to be fair, he looked good yesterday. He looked just fine yesterday. But if I could throw out a Teddy Bridgewater to know that I can keep him for that whole year, I kind of feel better.
For sure.
Regardless if I throw Teddy as my starter or if I throw him as behind the kid.
Mm-hmm. Knowing you can go to him.
But now you got 3. See, and here's the thing, though, is you have potentially 3 starting quarterbacks that are on your roster.
Not 2. I don't count AJ as a starting quarterback.
AJ's going to be a starter. That's the whole thing. Whether we like it or not, he's going to be. He's your true Trent Dilfer.
It's so annoying, but it's cool because you talk this guy AJ McCarron. Kaepernick's way better than AJ McCarron.
Yeah,
way better.
Well, and look, I'm a Kaepernick fan as far as his football ideals, his capabilities are.
Yeah.
I think he's getting the complete shaft when it comes to this. So it's hard for me to go, oh yeah,
AJ McCarron. Come on.
Hey, I mean, and for whatever reason, that's why. Oh crud! Now I can't even think of his name. Hoyer's still a quarterback in the league. I don't see how he's a quarterback in the league, and yet
true. Very true.
Kaepernick's not.
Very
Kaepernick.
True. Very true. Very true.
Whatever.
Very true.
What do I have for you next? Let's do that. So if you had to choose, real quick, T-Baby, I want you to think about this. Which rookie quarterback would you put on your fantasy football team if you had to? Not saying you will. That's next. Right in the Pine with JD, along with T-Baby, Tino Wright. Yeah.
Como 2.340.000.
I'm a Mila League guard for the UFP Women's.
28.800 besos de buenos días.
Buenos días.
110 viajes increíbles y unas copas. Hay una vida entera de su compañía que su familia no podrá disfrutar. Todo porque él decidió manejar después de tomar unas copas y murió en un choque. No pierdas tanto por culpa de tan poco. Manejar medio tomado es igual que manejar borracho. Un mensaje del Departamento de Transporte de Estados Unidos y de Ad Council.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school, so I'm trying to break that barrier. My daughter, Brooklyn, was also a motivation for me to go back to school. Every day after work, went straight to school, and it paid off.
At age 26, Kareem finished his high school diploma.
I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Kane is in the building.
Do you watch Ballers? This is the opening theme song I've loved. See, I'm one of those guys that I don't have to like a certain artist or rapper or hip hop guy or even rock song or anything like that. I just like the beat.
Got to.
And that's what the whole thing to me, because I can't stand some of the songs that have been out lately.
All right.
And so I'm kind of like, I'm out. And so I'll check out. But songs like this that come out, I'm like, oh, I like the beat. I could care less what they say.
Right.
I turned it off, and I could just look for the vocals, and then that's why you get this, or not the vocals, but just the instrumental, and that's why you get this.
Well,
but
there you go.
Anyway, so this is Ride the Pine with JD. I am JD Jeff Dominic, along with T-Baby, Tino Wright, and we were just talking off the mic, and we touched on some of the things that we want to talk about, which would have been our next segment, which is Frame It or Burn It Down. I've decided, because I can do this, I've decided that we will start Frame It or Burn It Down now, instead of in just a few minutes, which I hope you're ready, which sounds like you're ready.
Let's get it in.
Let me see if I'm going to throw a couple things here real quick, and then I'll be ready to go for you. But then I happen to look over on one of our many monitors here in the JD Studios, and we actually have football going on. It is... I saw it's the Minnesota Vikings. I could care less who they're playing right now. It look like Detroit, but I don't know.
I think it's Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Is it Oh, it is Jacksonville. It's right there right now. So
Jalen's out there.
Kirk Cousins. I wonder how Jalen Hurts feels about, or Jalen Hurts. All of a sudden, I can't think of the kid's name. The defensive back for the
Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey. Thank you.
Right.
Wonder how he feels about Kirk Cousins. They playing right now. I think he's garbage. But anyways.
Right. Yeah. No, he said no, you know what he said? I think he said he worked hard or something.
That's a compliment coming from him, so that's all right. I'll take it.
It's all, you'll be surprised. He touched probably 32 of them.
Yeah. So anyways, we will start Frame It or Burn It Down right
here we go
now. So what do you got for me, T-Baby?
Let's see what we got here. Okay. My first one.
Okay.
Is Zion the truth?
Huh?
Is Zion the truth? 29 points. Zion Williamson, Duke.
Oh. Okay. I wasn't ready for college basketball.
Freshman. Oh, we're everywhere.
Okay.
We're all over.
Ooh. You know what? I'm going to have to...
And these are pretty, straightforward.
Okay.
These are straightforward. These are given.
I'm gonna go with this.
Wait! A will of God! That was wonderful!
That was wonderful! Deserves an applause!
Awesome!
I'll say that's true. I think he is. Because Duke has had... What did they have? They had 3 of the top 25 of what the... of the recruiting class. They had 3 of the top 25. And yeah, I think he's going to be... I'm going to tell you what. Every year, we all know there's going to be 2 teams that are always part of the... They're going to be in the discussion of being into the national championship.
Right.
That's Duke, and we always look at Kentucky. For whatever reason, those are always the 2 blue bloods that we always look for. I think Duke's got them this year, and I think Duke's going to be... Man, if they don't go to the Final Four, it'll be a disappointing year.
Very disappointing.
And I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about what happens after once they get into the Final Four. I'm talking about they have to get to the Final Four. Anything, the Elite 8 or the Grade 8 or whatever they want to call it now, Sweet 16, you can't go there. You need to get to the Final Four, otherwise this was a disappointing year.
They probably should win.
They probably should win the whole thing.
They probably should win.
What do we see every year? We get that Cinderella team like Loyola Marymount Chicago and all those guys that just come out and they play with their heart.
Villanova always comes out and plays well.
What was I watching? I was watching something the other day, and it was something to the nature of, man, I wish I could think of what it was actually called, but it doesn't. The show that I was watching. I think it was a movie, but the show that I was watching basically said it doesn't matter how many. Oh, it was off Hard Knocks. I was watching Hard Knocks. I love watching Hard Knocks, by the way. But the HBO program Hard Knocks that is going off of the Cleveland Browns. They're following the Cleveland Browns throughout the next few weeks during training camp and the preseason. Anyways, it was the wide receivers coach, and I apologize, I don't have his name, but he basically said we could have an immense bunch of talent, but it could mean absolutely nothing. And I'm paraphrasing him a little bit too. If they don't have the heart, or if they don't have the ability to process and get whatever's on the field, they're not running on the field, then their talent means absolutely crap to them.
Right.
And it kind of goes the same way with especially this, like at Duke. Doesn't matter what kind of talent you have. If you start to get a little confident, get a little cocky, and start to kind of just half-ass it, you can get more squat.
True. Rightfully.
That's why you get teams like the Loyola Marymount Chicago's to come out there and rock the nation with Sister Jean and all them just playing, being serious and making it to as far as they did last year.
Hard work.
It's hard work. It's hard working right there. I mean, when you pound your chest, it's the heart right there.
Hard work beats talent any day.
Absolutely.
Any day.
Because there's not a one out there that's going to be a first round talent going to the NBA. We know that, right?
Who for
Chicago?
Oh no.
For Loyola Marymount Chicago.
No.
But as a team, they were a great team. They made some definite noise.
Top 5 for sure.
And Duke can be that team. And I'm not sitting there going, "Oh, Duke's a sleeping team."
No.
What I'm saying is that Duke can beat anybody and can run rough shot throughout the whole NCAA with that talent that they have. But they got to have that heart.
They got to buy in. If they buy into Coach K, they'll be fine.
Exactly.
They'll be fine.
So I do say once again, let's go ahead and frame it.
Wait! A will of God! That was wonderful!
That was wonderful. Deserves an applause.
Awesome. Forget about all this whole thing, and you're talking about DJ Durkett, right?
Yes, sir. DJ
Durkett. For those that weren't aware, I do apologize for his first name, but I know his last name is McNair.
No, you're right. The kid.
The kid.
I want to say Jordan.
Okay, McNair lost his life off of what looks like what could have been due to the strength and conditioning coach got him running a little too much, and what it sounds like is possibly of a heat stroke.
Yeah, bro. Look,
I mean, I don't have the exact reports in front of me, because I wasn't ready for that question.
It's simple. Now, put yourself in the coach's spot. I get it. You're trying to build this team, and you want everyone to be good and great. But when do you separate it and become human and realize you might want to lay off right now? This guy might die. You're pushing him too hard.
And for this one, and this one is a good question, and I had to really kind of sit back. Even just now, I heard you talking, but the whole time I'm thinking, I have to.
Wait! A will of God! That was wonderful!
That was wonderful. Deserves an applause.
Awesome! It has to be frame it. You have to get rid of the coach. Because here's the thing. Everything does... It doesn't matter if you're John Calipari for Kentucky over there, and you still got to know what everything's going on your program. Mm-hmm. You have to, especially in this day and age. Joe Paterno, guys like this, they have to know what's going on in your whole establishment. Doesn't matter if someone sneezes, you better know about it. Make sure that it isn't a cold, and because I do believe that every athlete is wired differently. Mentally, physically, doesn't matter.
True.
And just because you can run a mile in 8 minutes or 6 minutes,
right,
doesn't mean that I can. But maybe I can still get it done.
Right.
Maybe it takes me 6 minutes, 30 seconds, whatever.
For sure.
And so, even if I train and push myself as hard as I can, maybe I won't ever reach that mark. Maybe I'll get close. Maybe I'll get 6:20. I had a good day. Pushing a kid and pushing your limits, personal limits, are one thing, but when you're the stress level and everything else that you put yourself on, especially as a student athlete, is so different than what we do now. And I think that as a coach like DJ Durkett, which I've heard only great things about, I've heard he's a great coach, but you know that when you hire your staff, and this being the strength and conditioning coach, you got to know what he's all about. And
I think that was the guy who said, drag his ass across the field.
I don't know who said that. I didn't have that.
Yeah, someone shouted, well, drag his ass off the side of the field, across the field or something.
Yeah, and the only unfortunate situation is that, with that being said, it's hard to... DJ Durkett has no contact with these athletes right now. It didn't at that time, I should say. He does now.
Right.
Because due to the NCAA rules and stuff like that, you can only have a certain amount of contact with your athletes. And so this was all going on without him really being there. So he never really had an opportunity to go, whoa, dude, timeout. So this kind of runs into the same, a similar, not the same, a similar scenario, just like what we're dealing with over in Ohio State. Should someone be fired because it was something that they had no control over, even though they're the head coach?
Only if later comes out that, coach has some shit to say too about this kid. Coach was pushing him too like that.
That or he already knew what the strength and conditioning coach was about, i.e.,
for sure.
Hey, this guy's was brutally injured physically, and yet you still made him do all this stuff.
Right.
And I knew about it. Like, i.e., I'm the head coach.
Huh?
Then yeah, I have a problem with that. But the thing is that also you need to know everything that's going on in your program. I'm sorry. It may be a double standard that I'm running here right now because I'm saying Ohio State, with Urban Meyer, yeah, he shouldn't be fired. To me, as of right now, from reports that I had heard on some of the research I had done, it sounds like Urban Meyer went to the right people and said, this dude needs to go. You guys got to get rid of him. I know I want him out. You guys need to go.
Yeah.
And if it comes out that it's a similar scenario, but DJ Durkett over in Maryland did not
do that,
then yeah, he's gone.
He's gone. And especially if that's the motto of the program.
Mm-hmm.
Some programs just do it overly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fight, push, don't ever quit. Rah, don't be the last guy. Rah, rah.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you got to know everybody's not the same.
Well, there's that. And see, that's, for me, like,
now you got a big lawsuit coming to your school.
I always got pumped up whenever my teammates would push me or another guy. I did that same thing when I was in the police academy.
But if I'm tired, bro, I'm tired.
But I did the same thing when I was in the police academy too. That last person, that last male or female, or that last person, we were always. So what we would do is we would finish, if we were running and we'd finish our lap, we would run back around and go and help them out.
Well, that's nice.
Not pushing them, but we'd like, come on, let's go, keep it going.
Okay, but if that guy would have fell down and had an attack,
we'd have been all over him, making sure he was okay.
You know what I mean? It just would have been to a point. You should have been more. Not really operate on your pace, but don't kill yourself. It's a sport.
Yes.
You have a mom and dad at home, bro. You have the bigger life to live. It's not worth you finishing 10 seconds earlier across the slide.
Yeah.
Like,
if you need to walk or you need to take a break or get a drink of water, do it. Done.
Especially in athletics. It's different with the.
And if the strength and conditioning coach would have said, well, you're cut, fine. I don't need to be here.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't need to be here.
He can say, I'm cut because you're going to die, bro. Yeah. You're not going to make this team because you're going to die, bro. Then I got to step back and say, whoa, I'm going to die out here?
Yeah.
Let me look myself in the mirror now.
Yeah, because in Maryland, it ain't, especially right now, regardless of where you're at, whether it's California, Alabama.
I should be golfing.
It doesn't matter if you're in California, Alabama, Florida, or even New York or Maryland. The heat is the heat right now, and it sucks.
Bro, my little daughter probably can't go to play.
Yeah, you were just telling me about this.
Because the heat.
Yep.
It's just too hot.
She gets a little wobbly leg.
It is what it is. She get like a licorice.
Yeah.
And it's the most scariest thing as a parent to sit back and watch.
Yep.
It's fucking terrifying.
Yep.
So I highly recommend, and a mother who died of asthma attack.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't play with them things. People die all the time because they can't breathe. So why do it over a sport? You have to have some guidelines. Ain't they making it to where they cutting stuff back because of it? They already cut back hours and days of Hell Week because of this.
Yep.
They don't want kids dying.
But I also think that also plagues a lot more injuries on the field too. So there is a fine line, but at the same time,
you don't want kids dying on your watch. Yeah. No one does. Now you got to pay for it.
I say he's gone.
He's out of here, man.
And even if he's not, I'd be a little shocked. But I also I would stand by it. Or if he was lying and was trying to cover something up, then yeah, I have a problem with that. But if he's one of those solid, yeah, then I'm like, okay.
If this ain't you, this was separate. This was between the athletic coach,
strength and conditioning coach.
And you're different. You was kind of,
and none of this had ever been reported before.
You're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
I get it. But yeah, for now, I still say that
I don't. You said, you hire your own staff.
Yep, you hired him.
You hired your own staff.
You hired him.
You like that shit.
So, I say right now he's probably going to be gone. Just on the face value.
I'm with it. He should be.
Okay. What's next?
Let's see what else I had down in here. I also had.
Do one more.
Let's see.
Pick a good one.
Okay, the one we was talking. Who's your number one fantasy pick every year? If you had a chance to get this guy every year, who would it be?
Oh, that's not a frame it or burn it down.
Okay. I got another one for you.
Okay.
I got one for you.
But we'll talk about that one though.
All right, we'll save that for later.
We'll save it for next.
I got one for you then.
Oh,
How about this one?
Because the question would have been, Le'Veon Bell's the number one pick.
All right, do you start Sam Darnold?
Oh, I wanted to use burn it down so bad.
It's yes or no? I personally
Tom, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. Deserves an applause.
Yeah, he's your number one guy. He's what we were just talking about. You put him in the first round for a reason. He's supposed to make the impact. He's looking really, really good.
And he showed for 2 games.
He's got it. He's got that it. He's got that feeling of, I can control it. The main thing, when as well as everybody that's probably listening in, a quarterback is supposed to have the control of the team.
Right.
Let's start from the beginning. Boom, boom, boom. This is how it's going to run. We're going to run, and we're going to jam it down the defense's throat, and we're going to score on every play. That's what you got to feel when you get into the offensive huddle. When your quarterback looks at you and tells you that, hey, this is the play, we know what we're doing. We're ready to go.
That's right. And
it feels like over the first 2 weeks, and this is preseason. I get it. Don't put all your chips into one bag right now because it's just preseason. But the fact is that he is showing me right now that he has the confidence to lead a team.
He hasn't given me a reason not to start him.
Fair enough. Exactly. So I think that he's going to be your week one starter. He's going to be your starter until he's taken off the field otherwise. Until he takes himself off the field, really.
Right.
Because once he's... And it looks like he's putting in the work.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, of course, once again, back to Hard Knocks, we were just talking about it. Hard Knocks does a thing where they did it first week where they kind of did a bring back of what happened last week a little bit. And Baker Mayfield, it shows like 5:58 in the morning, right? And Baker Mayfield's in the quarterback's room and he's studying. What was funny about it was that they showed the week prior to that, which was the very first week of Hard Knocks. And Baker Mayfield was showing up by like 7:30. He was throwing around. And he goes, and Hugh Jackson, the head coach for the Browns, goes, "Hey, why don't you do things like with 5?" When he's talking about Tyrod Taylor. And he was like, "Well, Tyrod Taylor, he's got his own thing." And he was like, "Well, that ain't the point. The point is that in order to be an NFL quarterback, you need to be putting in the work." And so it was kind of cool to see someone like that. That was just strolling in there at like 7:15, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning before the game, before practice starts. Now all of a sudden, because he was like, "Well, that's how we did in Oklahoma. Well, you ain't in Oklahoma no more, boy.
Ain't in Oklahoma no more, brother."
And so, next thing you know, boom, he's there at 5. It's like you see the little clock with the red digits up in the corner, and it shows 5:58. I'm like, dude, he's ready to go. He's
gotta get it in there.
I think he got it. And that's cool to see that he maybe because Baker Mayfield's gone through his own scrutiny as well.
Sure.
He's what was he doing the pelvic thrust over there in Kansas that one night?
Yeah.
And he did he slammed the Ohio State flag, or excuse me, the Oklahoma flag in the middle of the Ohio State area. It was just stupid stuff like that.
All right.
And so he's been through some scrutiny, but Tyrod Taylor's going to be the starting quarterback for that in week 1.
Rightfully so.
Sam Darnold, the rookie quarterback, will be your week 1 starter in New York.
Rightfully so.
But I think both our rookie quarterbacks right there look really, really good. So
probably will be starting at the end of the season.
Who's that? Baker
and Darnold.
Assuming that Tyrod, because Tyrod's a talented quarterback. I like him.
But I don't see Cleveland freaking going anywhere.
So I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted to play Burn It Down. This was Burn It Down.
Dead man walking.
So I couldn't play it once. So I wanted to play it at least once before we quit. Before we went to our next segment.
No.
So I was bummed about that.
To frame everything. Huh?
Yeah, I had it ready to go, and then we framed everything. Everything. Now you know. Now you know.
Yeah. Now we see.
now we see it.
What's going on.
But yeah, I see the man going off and being Darnold's your week 1 starter. I like it. But one of the questions you just brought up, which was who you picking number 1, is coming up next.
Let's do it.
And we will also do that with, you didn't even want the number 1 pick. Right in the Pine with JD. T-Baby, Tino Wright. I'm Jeff Dominic. We'll be right back.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him opening his own clothing store at the age of 18? 1 in 138,000. Excited to be a part of pop culture, he packed for the big city. The odds of finding someone to invest in his vision? 1 in 4.5 million. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. I encourage you to learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. But every driver seeks the pinnacle of their achievements. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do. Tell the world I see with an emoji to stop the bullies.
Know someone who's being bullied online? Send the witness emoji. It looks like an eye in a speech bubble, and it's in the symbol section near the clocks in your phone. You'll let the world know it isn't cool, and you'll let your friend know you care. Learn more about the witness emoji at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. Feedthepig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape? You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel? Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feed of CPAs in the Ad Council.
I'm Amila Lee, guard for the UOP women's basketball team. You're listening to 209 Sports.
Oh yeah, you tripping.
Well, it happens. Anyways,
Yes,
welcome back. Right to Pine with JD. I'm JD Jeff Dominic. I can be reached on Twitter at JDominic. This anymore. What the heck? Got something. One of my laptop decided to start playing something whatever it decided to want to play. But anyways, it should be over in just a minute. I don't know. We were just talking about rookie quarterbacks, and it sounds like Sam Darnold will be your number one guy. You know what I'm just going to do? I'm just going to do this.
For the Jets.
I'm smarter than you. Anyways, he looks like he's going to be your number one quarterback for the Jets. What are your last options as far as the fantasy football stuff is concerned? You just need a quarterback. You picked one, but he's got a bye week. Obviously, he's got a bye week at some point throughout the year. And so you have a decent quarterback, but you still need something. What rookie quarterback are you going with right now? Sam Darnold, your number one guy?
I mean, if he's available, will I take Sam Darnold? Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would. You kind of, yeah. For a backup, yeah.
When you have the first round pick, when you have the pick in the first round, we were kind of talking about, because it sounds like we're going to have our own fantasy football league, which I'm pretty excited about.
Oh, yeah, it's spicing up.
Sounds like we're going to have 12 teams.
12. JD only wanted 10, y'all. But we're like, we're going with
that.
You would like 10.
10 is a goal. 12's fine.
You would like the 10. You was ready to close the league at 10.
Well, that's when I thought we had when we had the 10.
You was like, lock, that's it.
I didn't say lock it done.
Okay, you didn't say not to do 12, but you was fine.
I was fine with 10. 10 was a goal.
I like more the merrier.
10 was a goal.
12's
fine. I don't have a problem with 12. I've won with 12, so I'm fine.
More the merrier.
So in a 12-team league, I usually look to say, hey, if I'm around 7 or 8, I'm happy. I'm ready to, because I feel like I can see where the front 6 are going. Or, if I'm 7th, I can see where the front 6 are going. And I can always kind of keep a look at what the final 6 are doing. Or final 5 are doing. Or vice versa, even if I'm at 4.
Right.
When you have the first pick, it sucks. Because you're like, all right. And we're going to get to that question in a second. When you get the number one pick, who do you take? But when you have that first pick, you're waiting. And if we're in a 12-team league, you're waiting 22 picks. And yeah, you get to pick two players right in a row. But you're waiting 22 guys. It's hard. It's tough to do.
That's true.
But the story of who not to take, the 15 players you don't want. So far, the first 2 that I come across are running backs.
Who was it?
Jerick McKinnon. They're showing.
What do you mean, like at all in the draft?
Like they would avoid. He's a running back 3 option. Like if you got your 2 running backs and you just need him as a number 3, it's fine. But they're talking about, because here's the thing, is that
2 running backs in Frisco.
Well, that too, but they were saying that he's only going to get about 150 touches and 570 yards. Right now in mid-August, they're saying that he's going to be picked 20th overall. He's thinking that you'd more want to draft him in the 3rd round. So he's still looking like he's going to be a running back 2 or 3.
Right. For sure not a starter.
So next is LaShawn McCoy, which is kind of weird because they say that he's going to have over 1,100 yards. McCoy is coming off a career low 4.0 rushing yards per average. They say that he's going to be in the 2nd round. They say that you probably should draft him more in the late 4th or the early 4th round, which that's typical for me. I usually get him in the 4th round.
Shady?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about right. I mean, he's probably the only thing they got over there.
Well, like I said, they got. I mean, your best option is Kelvin Benjamin as wide receiver. So
no way.
Yeah, that's their best option right now is at wide receiver.
But on the offense,
yeah, no. As their best wide receiver. Well, fair enough.
Shady
can be your best wide receiver.
That's
my point is that labeled as wide receiver. There we go. He's your best wide receiver. So McCoy, how about Mark Ingram is another one, which I kind of started to go, maybe, and then you're right because you got Alvin Kamara.
Kamara is there. He has arrived.
They're saying that he's going to be a 5th rounder. They say that you probably should pick him more like in the 7th. Dion Lewis, they think that he's going to be about 180 yards. He's the running back that was the New England Patriots running back. Made a lot of noise. He was had the game-winning touchdown against Atlanta.
Philadelphia now?
No, he went to Tennessee. Close enough, but he went to Tennessee. He's still going to be splitting the carries with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's another good running back. They say that he could be about a 900-yard running back, 6 touchdowns. They put him. Don't forget, in 2015 he had a torn ACL. They say that he's going to be the 7th. They want to put you. He wants to be the 9th. There's still plenty of it. Once again, there's a lot that you want to look at here. Most of these guys are all running backs. I'm kind of surprised. The first one I just saw was Juju Smith-Schuster, the wide receiver for
avoid him.
Huh?
Avoid him?
They're saying to avoid him.
I'm not avoiding Juju.
They say that a lot of people in mid-August have drafted projections of him 4th. They say that you want to have him 5th or 6th. In the 5th or 6th round.
I don't like that. What was it, CBS?
Yeah, this is CBS Sports.
They're dumb.
Alshon Jeffrey, the Philadelphia wide receiver, he was good for me for the first half of the year, and then he fell off. So I kind of agree with this one a little bit. Where did they have him at? They said 6th round is the original draft. They said they would draft him more like 8th. Pierre Garçon, whatever. Anyways, I was good with that. He's a flex. He's a flex wide receiver.
Yeah, I don't even know Pierre.
So, yeah, just keep looking at that. But if you get the undaunting task of going, hey, I'm going to get the number 1 pick, my consensus would say you still got to go with the best option in the league. And as far as the league goes, it's going to be probably Le'Veon Bell. I do have concerns with that. He's contracting right now.
Him or David Johnson.
I don't like the David Johnson factor.
In Arizona.
I don't like it. One, he's coming off an injury, and that doesn't mean anything. But they're dealing with a rookie quarterback situation too.
So he'll get the ball out.
Either that or defenses are going to gear it up for him.
He'll get the ball out.
But defenses will gear up on him.
They're going to gear up on him, but don't they still got some receivers over there?
Well, yeah, they got Larry.
They got some receivers over there. They got the short guy. He's fast. He's been there for a while. You got to respect it.
Yeah.
Rosen has some targets though too. So they'll be able to 3rd and long back to people up. You have to respect it. Now, here's my screen or my draw, and David Johnson gets some action. That easy.
You know, to be fair, and when you look at we're in week 2 of the preseason. When you look at week 2, are you looking at anything right now? Because a lot of starters don't play very much.
Off the preseason?
Off the preseason.
I probably watched.
I usually watch
week
3.
I probably watched a quarter of all of it together.
All of it together.
I only like to watch plays where you see a Darnold make something, or you see somebody who could potentially be a factor in the season. I don't like watching non-factors like this right here. I like to see Cook get some action.
Dalvin Cook, yep.
I like that. I want to see that because if I see Dalvin Cook available, do I want to take him above Christian McCaffrey? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You definitely want to do that.
I don't know.
But see, I'm always concerned with rookie running backs, anyways. So like I had.
Well, he's 2nd-year guys now.
He is now. Yeah, I'm talking about last year.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about last year. I stayed away from Dalvin Cook, who got hurt.
He did.
Christian McCaffrey, who played okay. He
was a good run.
He grew up more in the second half of the season. And I also stayed away from Leonard Fournette. I had these guys I could have taken at some point. I could have taken Leonard Fournette in the 3rd round.
Well, that's because there was still good backs available.
That too. But I still stayed away from him. I still don't think I would have taken him
later
in that round. If it was my if he was my number 3 option running back, yeah, maybe. Because Leonard Fournette, because I looked.
So who did you take above these guys?
Well, I got lucky this year. I got lucky that year. That year the league that I won was the Yahoo League. I had I wound up having, and I don't know how I got him.
Wait! Don't tell me the league you won. The league you lost. Who'd you? Oh, is that the year? Is that the league you passed on these guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So who'd you have? Look at this guy.
But I don't know how
I tearing him apart though.
I don't know how I got him, but I did have Le'Veon Bell and I had Zeke.
Oh fuck! You cheated.
No, I didn't.
Dude.
They were auto drafted. How could I cheat when they were auto drafted?
You got.
I got late to the party. I got Ezekiel Elliott and Le'Veon
Bell
in the 1st and 2nd round.
Oh, I'll get it. They didn't go.
And I had Kirk Cousins my quarterback.
Okay.
Terrell Pryor was my wide receiver, which I wound up eventually losing.
So I see what happened.
So I don't know how I got him, but I got him.
Well, that was good at the running back spot.
And they were auto drafted. That was the whole part. The horrible part about it. I was like, when we finally were able to log in.
So wait,
something happened with where I couldn't log in right away. So I lost 2 rounds. When I logged in, those were the 2 running backs on my list. I was like,
okay,
all right. I guess I'm good.
It was like, well, good job, computer.
Yeah. So, well, what sucked was that, of course, Zeke wound up getting hurt, or not hurt. He got suspended.
Right, he did.
I wound up getting lucky and had Bilal Powell. He's someone that you're going to want to look out for in the later rounds.
How late?
Oh, probably the 10th round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a. Well, what was it? He's a running back you can get some value. He's a value pick, is what he is. That's the word I was looking for. So
is he on the Jets still?
Yeah, exactly. We talk about rookie quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
There you are. So he gonna get his time. But I think that you stay away from rookies, to be honest with you.
Okay, so who's
Saquon Barkley, all those guys. It's not that I don't think they have talent. I want to see what they do after year 1. Wait, you just said it, right?
So what you just said was, if Barkley's available, you're not picking him.
Who else is available with him?
No, I'm talking early. No. It's only gonna be early, and you're gonna have some real guys behind there. All right, let's say if he's mid-round available.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But he's sitting next to Dalvin Cook.
I'll take Dalvin Cook. Easily, I'll take Dalvin Cook because I know when rookies to me always have that slump, and I don't want that slump. I want to know who I've got, when I got, where I got. Where guys like Le'Veon Bell, they're gonna be fine the whole year. Guys like Zeke, he already proved to me that rookie season he's gonna be fine all year. Once he's there, he's there. Guys like that have proven to me. Dalvin Cook's coming off an injury. I do have concerns. But if you're telling me to compare him to Saquon Barkley, I'm going to take Dalvin Cook because I know what I'm getting.
Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram? Ooh, that's a good one because it's getting closer to that range of.
Because Kamara, he's over there, so.
That one I may take Saquon, and the reason why I take Saquon is because you're right. The dual-headed monster is that you got Kamara over there that can get
some touches.
He'll get his touches, and so. But don't forget, you got Kareem Hunt still. Lurking. You got plenty of running backs right now that are immense talent. Yeah,
that's true.
So it's hard for me to sit there and go, "Oh yeah, well this guy."
Well, let me say this. Who's the pick? It don't have to be number 1. If he can be on your fantasy team every year, who is it?
Antonio Brown.
So and you picked him every time you had.
I've picked him every time I've had it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's either been him or Le'Veon Bell because usually they go 1-2.
That's right.
I mean, that's usually what I see.
And if you can pick them, they're on your squad for sure.
Yep.
For me,
which would be interesting if we could do a keeper league. I've never done a keeper league.
Like when you draft a guy, you gotta keep him.
Yeah. Like you can get rid of 3 or something like that. I don't know how it all works, but I've never done it. I'd be curious to do it. Try it.
I haven't done it either.
So every year you put in a few bucks.
But there's leagues where you draft the guys, but your stars you can't trade them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of the same?
What's that?
Like where leagues where you draft, but the stars you can't trade them. You know how they put an X on them?
Oh yeah.
Is that kind of the same?
I would think so.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds a little fun. But my number 1 pick every year, if it could be, no matter if he's number 1 or the second round, is Cam Newton.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He's always been my guy every year. Ever since he came in the league. If I can get Cam, I'm getting Cam in here.
Wow. You can have him. Honestly, you can have him. I just feel like, and there's no disrespect because I think you're right. I can see why because I got lucky when I had him 1 year too.
We're talking fantasy points here, buddy.
I know exactly what we're talking.
We're talking running, we're talking passing, and we're talking touchdowns.
What did he do last year? Exactly. He was garbage. Anyways, gotta move on. What do I have for you next?
Will be drafted this year early.
Steph Curry says he wants to be a Warrior for life. Can he? That's next. Ride the Pine with JD.
Of course.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese.
followed naturally by an order of wings, and another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hey everyone. Let's all stop what we're doing right now and take a moment. That felt good, huh? Just like that, we had a nice special sort of moment together. Of course, they don't all need to be quiet moments to be special. They could be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. Sounds like somebody agrees. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Today, call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
She's 16 years old. She looks like she's 25. Wearing a tight dress she'll rip off in a shady motel room. She thought this was the life she wanted. She got the money, the clothes, the attention from her pimp, but she also can't imagine living without prostitution. She doesn't think she's a victim. She thinks she's in control. But she can't leave. When she's no longer the sexy little girl they want, she may only see one way out. This girl lived here in Stockton. She's one of thousands of girls in the city who's been sex trafficked but doesn't see herself as a victim. Call the local Stockton Human Trafficking Hotline to report any tips at 209-948-1911. If you see anything, say something. You will be saving a life. And if you are this girl, there is hope. Call 209-948-1911. You're worth so much more.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I spend a lot of time in my backyard. I feed the birds and the bees. I love my flowers. The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. I love them. They're my savior. And I look forward to volunteers because they've all become my friends.
It's Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
I'm Amila Lee, guard for the UOP women's basketball team. You're listening to 209 Sports.
Welcome back. Ride the Pine with JD. T-Baby, Tino Wright. Oh, it went the wrong way. You turn it down. Yeah. Hey, you want a Madden critique? Are you ready for the
Yeah, what's going on?
I like it, man. I mean, it's. I've played Madden for a very long time. I mean, talking about back in like 1993, things like that.
Right.
But so if you want to donate a game, or if they want to sponsor the show, just hit us up, 209sports209@gmail.com. I'm down for it.
He said hit me up.
But anyways, I've only been able to play a certain amount. Like literally this morning, like before, like because you were probably up at 4:00 in the morning because your body's just used to it, right?
That's right.
I was probably up, and then knowing that my body, I didn't hear my alarm, so my body let me sleep until about 5:30. And so, didn't wake up in a panic going, oh crap, I gotta get up early, I gotta go to work.
What the fuck?
But I got up, and decided to throw kick on get on the sticks a little bit.
Get on the sticks one time.
And so I've been playing. They got this thing called Long Shot. Have you played it? Have you seen it? Okay. I just want to make sure before I start kind of spouting off and not and you going, bro, I don't know anything you're talking about. But
I was born on Madden.
Yeah, it's what it was. Yeah. But anyways, I hated Long Shot the last year's. Like they were coming from high school and then they got to go through college and then also now they're through this TV show. I hated parts of it, but then I do like certain parts of it. So this one kind of takes place now. Devin Wade is now a quarterback. He's like he's fighting for a practice squad spot with the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
So he's making some good throws. You know, you make some good throws. You do. You know, you're able to do certain things. And right now, I'm at the point where he makes the practice squad. Colton Cruz isn't doing anything. He's done the wide receiver. He had done a single, and he became number 1 in Finland. Is what they're at. So now he has come home, and his dad. He finally meets up with his dad for the very first time since he was 3 years old. He finds out he has a half sister. Well, the dad goes, "Hey, come meet me at this diner at around 12 o'clock. Give me 5 minutes of your time, or 10 minutes of your time." And Colt goes, "I'll give you 5." Takes off. Meets him at the diner at 5 o'clock, or 12 o'clock. He's not there, but some girl is. So he walks in. She says, "Hey, come sit down." Puts the phone on speaker, and the dad's on the phone, and he goes, "Colt, I want you to meet your half sister." He's like, "I need you to look after her for a little while. I'm on tour. I'll be back." Takes off. See ya. So now he's stuck with this girl. And so it's kind of interesting, but the fact is that he ain't playing with nobody, and yet Devin Wade is playing for the Cowboys at this point. He makes the practice squad, and I'm kind of right about there. But the problem I have with it is like when you played last year, when you played with it, you could make choices, right?
Right.
You can't. So far, I've not been able to make any choices. So it's kind of weird, and I don't know if I like that yet. I like the fact of being able to make choices like, "Oh, this dude's a jerk," or "This dude's I love this guy. I love his character."
Agree and disagree kind of thing.
What I do like about this though is you get to be able to play both characters. Supposedly, you could play both characters in the last one. I could never play other than Devin Wade. So I'm kind of liking that, but I'm hating this. You know, this is a give and take thing.
Yeah.
But so far, that's where I'm at with this.
Have you played online yet against someone?
No. I haven't gotten that far. I've only played for maybe, if you probably look at my log game hours, I bought this thing, about a week ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it after, what was that Sunday or something after our show or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I've probably logged in maybe 2.5 hours total. So, I mean, maybe, and that's including what I played today, which was an hour itself.
Yeah.
So I haven't played a lot. I've just played enough.
Yeah, if I want to get that W, I might want to go get it now. As soon as better.
Yeah, you got to get on the 6. But you play it on the Xbox. That's kind of the issue.
I'm a 360 guy, man.
So if Madden wants to go ahead and sponsor us, I will take one for the Xbox. I still am down for that. I want the Hall of Fame edition.
I will not discriminate.
One that has Terrell Owens doing his thing. But I want that. That's what I got now. I'd love to have it for the Xbox. But anyways, but it's kind of interesting, and it seems like Devin Wade always talks about he wanted to be a Cowboy his whole life and being from Texas and this, that, and the other thing. What do you think about Steph Curry wanting to be a Warrior for his entire career? Can it happen?
It's great. Yes, it can happen.
I mean,
yes, it can happen.
You're right. It can happen.
And it should happen.
But what will it take to keep it that way? Because
losing Draymond,
you're gonna lose a lot more than that. Potentially, yeah.
Draymond and Clay will keep Kevin.
Draymond, I could see, but you got to find someone to keep up with what Clay's meant to you as a team. You know what I mean? Clay's
them all.
No, absolutely not. I think Clay potentially could be gone next year
for sure.
So. I mean, he could be over there in L.A. for all we know.
In La La Land, you're right.
And hanging out with LeBron James.
And rightfully so. He probably should be. Where
does Draymond go? See, that's what I'm thinking. I think they'll lose Clay, but they could find a way to keep Draymond.
Draymond goes to the East. Somewhere like
can't go to Boston. He could go to Boston. I shouldn't say that, but I don't see him going to Boston because they got quite a few guys there. Could he be that next step in Cleveland? Cleveland hates him though. Cleveland hates him.
Maybe somewhere like Philadelphia, somewhere that's kind of almost there contending.
Maybe. I mean, I could see that.
Milwaukee. No, not Milwaukee. Not Milwaukee.
Milwaukee possibly with Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Him and the Greek Freak and.
I was gonna say Detroit, but
Detroit ain't there yet.
Kind of rebuilding.
Yeah, Detroit ain't there yet. But when's it? And I think Draymond's not a free agent until not next year, but the year after, right? If I'm not mistaken.
The one coming out.
They'd lose both.
Yeah, that don't sound right.
No, I think Draymond's the year after.
Okay.
But Clay.
But what it is he's leaving for sure though.
Who's that?
Draymond.
Because
he's gonna be offered more money.
Well, I don't doubt that he won't be offered any more money or more money anywhere else. Because I think that the cap is so structured that they'll get screwed right now.
He's leaving Draymond.
So
first chance, first way.
Clay will be gone.
First
Clay's going to get a max. That's the whole thing. Clay's getting a max, and he's going to be gone.
Yeah. And they'll be stuck with Clay. I mean, with Steph and KD.
Steph and then KD.
Yeah, they'll still be there.
But who? Then
DeMarcus, maybe it'll trick him in the stand.
DeMarcus, maybe. I could see that. I mean, because they need a
big.
They need a big that will fill that void of what Draymond meant. Plus,
exactly.
I haven't seen him kick anyone in the testicular area, so you never know. You might be all right. Not once, but twice. Come on now.
Man. Come on, man.
No, I'm not a Draymond hater. I just don't like some of his antics, but that's all right. But yeah, I mean, but if that's the case, though, because Durant may not stick around that whole time either. I mean, Durant's only got a few years left. I mean, the way he talks, it sounds like he'd only have a few years left.
Think about this. They're about to get a new arena, bro.
Yes.
He's not leaving. He's not leaving.
No.
Where would he go? Washington? Because he's from there?
This is where I think he'll end his career, though. You know what I mean? Like, he won't bring nothing to that team except he'll just show up there and be like, I'm here! And that's about it. John Wall's going to be gone by then. You know, the guys like that are going to be gone.
Maybe, yeah.
So he'll show up when John Wall's
gone. But
there's
no time soon.
No.
He'll be in Oakland. If not Oakland, San Francisco. San Francisco is where he'll be.
What do I have next for you? Let's go ahead and take a small break. When we come back, what do I want to throw out there to you? What is this? No, not that one. Is Tom Brady a goat or a coyote? One ESPN personality believes he's the coyote. We'll talk about that. That's next. Right at the Pine with JD. T-Baby, Tino Wright. Be right back.
Living in a generation where everything is sexualized, teens today are having sex more now than ever. Social standards are changing, relationship expectations and norms are so much different than they used to be, and teens are scared and ashamed to ask for help when it comes to having safe sex. But what if there was a place where these teens can go without being judged? What if there was a place for these teens to go without having to be afraid? What if there was a place for these teens to go to ask the questions they want to ask and receive birth control or health care that they need in order to practice safe sex? Well, there is. Planned Parenthood has been around for 100 years and is the most trusted healthcare provider that believes in health care for all, with no expectations or limitations in those they provide services for. Planned Parenthood is a non-profit organization that runs off of donations, and that's where you can help. Planned Parenthood is asking for donations, no matter how big, no matter how small. Anything can help. According to Planned Parenthood's fact sheet, the teenage pregnancy rate in the United States has declined to its lowest level in the past 40 years due to the increased access of birth control Planned Parenthood has helped provide. You can go online and donate at www.plannedparenthood.org Or you can also call our national toll-free call center at 1-800-798-7092. That's 1-800-789-7092. Go online or call today to make a donation and help be a part of the cause for healthcare for all. Planned Parenthood. Care no matter what.
Music is a bridge between the material and the spiritual. My name is Harvey Lauer, and I'm 82. As a blind person, you have to be aware that nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. You really have to try things. My folks got me a little radio in 1940, and that was the best Christmas present I ever got. When I was 11 years old is when I started to play music, play the piano, and then the accordion, and then the cello. My wife, who was also blind, was a good cook. When she died, that's when I started Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Now welcome back. Ride the Pine with JT. T-Baby Tino Wright hanging out with me as well. Thank you all for joining us. You know, T-Baby, we're in our 30s now, and we're starting to feel the decline of every little muscle cramp, bone pop,
bro.
Trying to get up and go ain't gonna happen. You know, I get home from work after walking around in that long warehouse all day long, and I'm like, you get an opportunity. Fortunately, you get an opportunity to drive a little bit, so you can sit down and not have to worry about it too much.
Probably the best time
Not
of the day.
sitting there saying that your job's any easier than mine, because it's definitely not, because you got to deal with a lot of different personalities and stuff like that on a regular basis. But doing too much like that.
Time out. We just added one more to the fantasy league.
How? That's our 12?
No, we just added one who signed up. Guess who's the fourth one?
Oh. Who?
Nick.
Yeah.
And guess what his name is?
What is it? Come on.
Just my bitch.
No, you know what that is? That's awful.
I was looking like, wait a minute. Okay, I just had to say that because I just see it pop up. Hilarious name. Maximum effort. You're going to have to get him back.
It's all right.
Okay, proceed. I
don't even know where I'm at now. Screw this guy.
That was shots fired early.
All right.
That's his team name.
You know what I've got to say about to Nick, right? Thanks, Coach. Appreciate that. Good pep talk.
Oh,
how about this?
Have you seen my wiener? Break some veins!
He said, I got something for you. How's this? Oh, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good fantasy year.
Oh, it'll be interesting.
It should be very interesting.
It's all right. I'm a bigger man than him.
I see pride. Can't hear you. I see power. I see a badass mother who won't take no crap off of nobody.
Cool running.
Cool runnings.
Come on.
Hey, man. So, anyways, back to... Okay, since people got beef right now, there's a couple of people that have beef right now. Apparently, this one, though, Max Kellerman of ESPN, he does First Take with Stephen A. Smith in the mornings. Apparently, he's really on this mode of Tom Brady and this cliff, this decline that he's expecting to happen any moment. And Tom Brady is the best of all time. When you ask people like me, people like you, Stephen A. Smith, he's the best. But for whatever reason, Max Kellerman likes to bash Tom Brady. And I don't know if if Tom Brady stole his ex-girlfriend back in the day before him and Giselle got together. I don't know.
One of those games.
It must have, because all of a sudden he's comparing him to Wile E. Coyote. This is what it is, and Kellerman says off First Take that he's about to fall off a cliff. He's like Looney Tunes. He's comparing him to the prediction of Wile E. Coyote from Looney Tunes. But he hasn't started to fall yet because obviously he feels like Tom Brady's in this era of no one's a 41-year-old quarterback. He's just waiting for him to look down, and as soon as he looks down, all of a sudden that little sign of help is about to come up, and he's going to go start crashing. Tom Brady was an MVP last year. How is he declining? Max Kellerman sometimes, and some of the times, both, and for that matter, Stephen A. Smith and whoever else is with him at the time. That, by the way, former Dallas Cowboy Darren Woodson and Stephen A. Smith completely just roasted him afterwards, right after he made that comment. But for whatever reason, Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith decide to go. You'll run with them, and be like, yeah, good points, love it, enjoy it, and all of a sudden turn around and go, well, he's like Wile E. Coyote, and Stephen A. Smith does the same thing too, just in a different realm in certain areas.
Right.
But all of a sudden, it's like you're like, yeah, I'm with you today, Max. You're doing a great job. Well, he's like Wile E. Coyote. Well, what?
What'd you say?
When did that all of a sudden,
And you are one pathetic loser.
It's just like where did that one all of a sudden come from? I was with you right up until I was with you for the last 15 minutes, and all of a sudden you came with that and you lost me.
Some people just be
straight hater mode right there.
They go magnet for no reason.
It's like that's like a hater mode. Like I'm good. And all of a sudden, oh, Tom Brady, he sucks. What? Come again? Wake up, bro. You're in the wrong. You're definitely looking at the wrong game. Maybe you were looking at Brian Hoyer in that game or something, because that definitely wasn't Tom Brady that you're talking about. You didn't throw that pick.
Someone that can read the defense like that, they'll have a place.
And where what looks like to me of where he's at, of what Max Kellerman may be kind of pushing towards, is someone like Peyton Manning, where he threw that 50 touchdowns that one season, and then after that, really didn't. He fell off.
He had a freaking neck injury.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he threw 50 touchdowns when he went to Denver, and it was after the fact of his neck surgery.
Wait, he had two though, right?
He had two. That was before Denver, though. Both of them were before Denver.
They were?
Yes. So then all of a sudden he was good.
And he had the 50 touchdowns.
Then he had the 50 touchdown season, and then all of a sudden he fell off. Yeah. He gets booked. He gets told to ride the pine, not with JD, but in favor of Brock Osweiler.
I ain't gonna lie, he couldn't throw the ball at all. He couldn't throw the deep ball.
So now I could see if he was trying to say, if he compared him going, hey, I have concerns that he could go like Peyton Manning. Okay, let's talk about this. Peyton Manning had surgeries. What surgery in recent years? Before I go too far ahead of myself, because Tom Brady had the torn ACL that one year in that playoff game that most people can't forget. That was against Cincinnati. No, I apologize. That was Ben Roethlisberger. He had the injury, I believe it was against Kansas City. And that's when Matt Castle stepped in and all of a sudden looked really good. So, and that was when Matt Castle went 10-6 or 9-7 or whatever, made the playoffs, and then he got a big payday, and we never heard from him ever again.
But he's third string somewhere.
But Tom Brady, probably still with Tennessee for all I know.
Yeah.
But anyways, Tom Brady since then has been about more than a decade since, well more than a decade since then, and he's never let up. And it's guys like Max Kellerman and guys that don't pick him until the 6th round and things like that keep that chip on that shoulder. And I bet you he's going to run till he's 43. He said 43. I believe it 100%.
For sure.
His 43rd birthday, after his 43rd birthday, he's going to play that final season. He's like, I'm out, guys.
Yeah.
Deuces.
He won't go out like Manning. You won't see that.
No. Definitely
he won't show you that. You're not going to see that. You're only going to see greatness from Tom, and then he'll retire.
Yeah, no, he'll go out on top, and if not on top, he'll go out on a spot of what looks like on top, i.e., he'll have a good season, is what I mean.
Right.
So I don't see what Max Kellerman saying, but I just think it's absolutely hilarious. And he should have gotten roasted. I mean, because...
yeah. Come on, you can't disrespect the GOAT.
No.
Cut it out. Stop.
No. You can't. You definitely can't compare him to a coyote, i.e. Wile E. Coyote. What's next for you? What do I got? I'm going to close this down. And we've got... I don't need that anymore. But anyways, next... Little League World Series has just found their new star, and he was already on Jimmy Kimmel. We'll talk about him next.
Hi, my name is Aaron, and I'm a survivor of mannequinism. Mannequinism is basically when you turn into a hard plastic shell. They say it's from not being politically active. For me, it started when I didn't register to vote. And then I stopped volunteering, and before I knew it, I wasn't doing anything. And that's when I found the first sign. A small, discolored hard patch of plastic on my right shoulder. I thought it would go away on its own, but it didn't. It kept spreading. And when I could no longer conceal it with a t-shirt, I knew I had to see the doctor. He said I had this early stage of mannequinism, and that my only hope was to get involved, even if it was something simple. So I began reading the newspaper and instantly got feeling back in my arm. I guess you could say I'm living proof you can fight mannequinism.
Protect yourself from mannequinism. Log on to fightmannequinism.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
We apologize for interrupting your regular programming, but there are homeless people in Stockton going hungry tonight and every night. We are sad to report there are over 2,600 homeless people in San Joaquin County, and over 600 of those homeless are of the most vulnerable of populations, children. That's right, every night there are over 600 cold and hungry children on the streets of Stockton. These children don't know where they will sleep night after night, nor do they know where their next meal will come from. But you can do something to help. On February 28th, the UOP Student Veterans Organization and the Sociology Club will be volunteering their time at St. Mary's Interfaith Dining Hall in downtown Stockton. We will meet in front of the main gym at 11:30 a.m., and all you need to bring is compassion and a desire to serve others. Your contribution may be the difference in one child's life. Yes, you could be the difference to one cold, hungry, and lonely child. UOP Tigers, volunteer, because it's the right thing to do.
Hi, I found a toy dinosaur over on the playground by Smith Street. It had this phone number on it, and, well, I just wanted to make sure the dinosaur made it back to its little owner.
Yeah, hi. I think I found your kid's stuffed animal near the swing set. Just want to call. I'm sure she misses it.
I know my son gets super attached to the smallest things, even a fire truck, and I'd be happy to drop it off. The toy was a little muddy, so I cleaned it up, and it's good to go whenever you're around.
When I found the little sippy cup, I just had to give you a call. It's for a kid, you know?
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger and give all of our kids the meals they need to grow. Learn how at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey everyone, let's all stop what we're doing and take a moment. You see? Every moment can be kind of special. But they can be loud moments, goofy moments, dorky moments, it doesn't matter. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Or something like that. I don't know how it goes.
I don't know.
I don't have that high pitch that whoever does the rest of it. But anyways, welcome back. Live in the JD studios. This is Ride the Pine with JD. I am JD Jeff Dominic. I think I've said JD about 3 times in the last 30 seconds. That's pretty good. Actually 4 now. We just did it. T-Baby hanging out with me. Thank you all very much for joining us here. Can be reached on the show at Ride the Pine JD on Twitter. Also, if you want to contact me directly, at jdominic81, as well as the 209 Sports Network, which is at 209_sports. If you don't know what the underscore is, that's just a little dash line underneath on the bottom instead of directly in the middle of.
Yeah, not the subtraction sign.
Exactly. There you go. I like it. That works. Hey, man, how much do you watch this Little League World Series stuff? I usually try and catch it as much as I can, but truth be told, I mean, since you work the same schedule I do,
right,
for the most part. But since I have switched to this new schedule, it's been harder for me to keep an eye on everything that's going on, like that. Where I want to watch it, but by the time I get home, I eat, I'm already falling asleep. I mean,
That's right.
Early in the morning is tough. It is tough. I love my schedule. Don't get me wrong.
That's right. It's the best
but it is tough.
Yeah, you gotta get used to it, man.
So, but how much of this Little League World Series stuff do you kind of keep an eye on?
Not that much.
Really?
Because my daughter is 14 and she's on a travel team, and I think they're better than those kids. And they're girls, so it's hard for me to watch Little League boys when I got
how
girls.
old?
My daughter's 14.
Well, but you have two daughters, but one.
And my little one's 7.
Okay.
But I haven't really tuned too much into it. I mean, I catch it when it goes viral. You know, I like it. I like it when I see like Cody Bellinger, ripping one, and then he goes to the big leagues and rip one, and it's like, you know, he's been ripping them since then. I like to see that. That's
well,
right.
how about this thing that's trending right now? And his name is, well, they call him Big Al. His name is, and for fear of really butchering his name, I think it's Alfred Delia or Alfred Delia.
Yeah.
So he's from New Jersey.
Tons of nicknames, he said.
He has tons of nicknames. But here he is introducing himself at Williamsport.
Hi, my name's Alfred Delia. At home they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
He hits dingers.
Hi, my name's Alfred Delia. At home they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
He hits dingers. He was on Jimmy Kimmel.
How about that?
He's so famous now, he was already on Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm doing well. Is the reason you're in Cooperstown because you're being inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame?
I wish.
How old are you, Al?
I'm 12.
12 years old. What grade are you in?
I'm gonna go into 7th grade, but I was in 6th grade.
Are you surprised by how many? This is a viral video now, and millions of people have watched you say, "I'm Big Al and I hit dingers."
I really did not think this was gonna actually go viral. I woke up one day, the next day after we lost, and then I was just like, "Hey, I'm viral."
So Big Al, he's a character. We're already falling in love with the kid. I love things like this. I mean, I really, really do. Now, he was asked earlier about his teammates. He said the best player on the team. You know what? How old is he?
I'm 12.
He looked like a 1200, but anyway.
Oh shit! I'm 12.
But no, I love things like this where maybe I need to stop watching college and I just need to stick with Little League at this point.
Ooh.
But see, I couldn't do that either because the parents would kill. I'd flip out on one of the parents. Are you one of those parents? Tino, are you one? T-Baby, are you one of those parents? Are you one of those parents? That wasn't a strike. I'll come over there and kick your...
I retired from that. I retired from that.
You let Mama do that now?
Yeah.
I bet you she's mean, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
But I'm working on her. She's getting better. Yeah, I mean,
how long you been working on her? 14 years. Yes, I have.
Yeah, I've been working
At
on
least,
it, bro, because everybody don't get team sports. They don't get it. They don't get it, man. Everybody don't get it.
Yeah. See, this is where I'd probably tell a referee.
If my dog was as ugly as you, I'd shave his butt and tell him to walk backwards.
He like, you can watch from the parking lot.
Oh, I was watching one of those just the other day. It was the Little Leaguer coach. It was a coach. I happened to be on YouTube, and I was watching the Little League coach was yelling at the umpire because he felt that the opposing team who was batting, the guy didn't touch third base, and the kid, you could see I believe clearly, walked over and went back to touch the bag, and then started running again. And the coach flipped out. I don't know what he said to the umpire, but the umpire ejected him.
And we watched it in a parking lot.
Yeah, and basically said, you can watch over there. That's what he said.
I seen that.
You know which one I'm talking about then?
I see. It happens all the time.
I
see.
I'm sorry.
It happened on my team.
I can't wrap my head around it personally. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's like, I get it, and I know it happens, but still can't wrap my head around it. Because I look at him like, Really, bro?
I'm gonna tell you why.
You gonna do this on the kids that are 12 years old?
This is where
I'm 12.
they, you know, I don't know because I don't want to make an excuse for them, but it's hard for some people to sit back and take it, take watching their kid not really fail, but not do well, and think that it's the reason is because of an umpire. And it's hard for them to be quiet. All that's part of the game, but it's hard for them to be quiet and not like say something, or not even. Most of the time, it's to the coach. You know what I mean? It's the parent to the coach.
You're that parent that goes to the coach and says, "My daughter should be starting."
No, I don't do that.
No,
my daughter's too good. I don't have to. I don't have to do that.
All of a sudden, see how it comes out?
She's
too good. She's too good. Sorry.
I don't have to do that. No, because if I had to do, I'm on the wrong team. If I had to go up to you and say, "Hey, don't forget about number 12 back there," I'm on the wrong team.
I've been like, number 12's picking her nose.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I gotta go on
She's
the team.
picking her nose. I'm good.
Parents have to understand. Go on a team where a coach can pat you on the butt if that's what you need. If you're on this team where it's packed, why would he pat one player on the butt that he's not patting everybody else on the butt? Don't expect to get special treatment when there's a team full of athletes.
Do you hate having that coach that has the same their son or daughter plays on the same team?
No, I'm
You're
fine
cool with that?
As long as you don't.
Because we have a guy that has a son that plays on this. He coaches his son's team.
As long as you don't do daddy ball, and we had an issue with that.
Yeah,
but we wrinkled it out, and it's cool. I mean, he's a cool dude. He's understandable. You know what I mean, he knew what he was doing. But it's real. It's real out there. A lot of people don't understand. Like a lot of parents didn't play sports for that long. A lot of them don't understand. Maybe they played a long time ago and they forgot how it feels to be fair. But it's fair when your kid's not doing well to bench them.
Yeah.
Bench them for the next player. Now, if you don't have no one behind them, then your best option probably is just to leave them in.
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Oh, yeah. It's called common sense, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But every coach is different. That's true. Just like every umpire is different. Everyone.
Yeah, but the difference between the coaching side of it, as you said, you can just, as long as if the coach is fair and reasonable, there shouldn't be any issues, and if you, at least as a parent, should understand, hey, if my kid's not playing well or isn't that as good as that second baseman, either one of two things. Either A, get better and figure it out. Umpire, on the other side, you just have to adjust to him. If his strike zone is a little bit bigger than the others,
just a bit outside.
But if his strike zone is a little bit bigger, then you need to not choke up on the bat so much more. You need to extend it a little bit.
Make an adjustment.
You adjust to him. Don't freak out on the umpire, and that's why some people get ejected.
And players do it too. I hate when I hate more when I see the player do it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'd rather the parent, like the weird fan in the stands, do it than the player on the field doing it.
Well, that's the other thing too. Let the coach do it. The coach needs to be the one that's yelling at it, not hey.
But even that's a thin line because
fair enough.
The boy's getting tossed.
But at least I'd much rather have if my son or daughter was getting coached by this person. I want my that coach to stick up for my son or daughter.
Yeah.
Not let my son or daughter try and
I shouldn't
fight
have
an
to get
argument.
involved away from the bleachers.
Right. That too.
Because no one's saying nothing.
Coaches. That's what the coach is for. Stand up for your players. Teach your players how to adjust to that situation. You know what I mean? That's what a coach is.
Yeah,
coaches are going, okay, he has a bigger strike zone. Remember we were learning how to, don't do this, don't do that. Make an adjustment. That's all you got to do.
Yeah,
we'll be fine.
Some plays, like the one with the guy on third base, those happen. They happen a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They happen a lot. And the coach like, bro, and don't get me wrong, umpires are human, bro. They're not perfect.
And in most games, in
miss
Little League,
calls
how many
all the
umpires
time.
are there usually?
2.
Okay.
If they can have 3, that means it's a serious game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But 2 and 1, it's like, he's going to miss some calls.
He's going to miss them. Sorry.
You know what I mean? He's going to miss some calls.
He's got to be behind the plate the whole game.
Time. And he's trying to make these calls be, you know what I mean? Give him at least a little leeway.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a little different, but having 2, you're still going to miss calls. You're going to miss a lot of calls.
But now listen here, we got some of these umpires before the game starts. Want to make it all about them. They want to be the star of the show. Don't everyone know who's umpiring this game?
So I've been a referee. I've been a referee. I did high school basketball, boys and girls, for 2 years. I did it for 2 years.
Okay.
And I'd love to do it again, to be honest with you. But time's not really on my side right now with everything else I've got going on. Whether I'm at University of Pacific, I'm in Sacramento, or I'm in Oak Grove.
Right.
A lot going on.
Right.
But the reality is that I was taught when I first started is that the game is supposed to be about the kids. Your name should never come up, because usually if your name comes up, one of two things: either it's always bad, no matter whether is a great call or not. If your name comes up for any reason, if we look at it as bad,
that's right.
Just make the calls and move on. So
a bit about you. That's right. Keep it about the
exactly. You can't make it about you, and you always about the kids. Congrats to the winner of the PGA Championship. But who really was it? We'll talk about it when we come back. Ride the Pine with JD, T-Baby, Tino Wright. Be right back.
This is a test to find out if you know it all when it comes to children. Time starts now. Name one of the leading killers of U.S. children age 1 to 13. What's the best way to protect children in a car crash? At what age and size should a child start using a booster seat? Where can you find the answers to these questions?
Car crashes are one of the leading killers of U.S. children. Many of those deaths could be prevented by making sure that kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Don't assume you know it all when it comes to car seats for your child. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat and know for sure. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
San Francisco SPCA, a non-profit animals shelter which is to save and protect animals, provide care and treatment. In 2015, the leave release rate for the entire city of San Francisco reached 93%. We imagine a community where every animal has a loving home, where animals don't need the support of San Francisco's rescues and shelters. The SPCA is an independent, local non-profit that receives no government funding and is not part of any national organization. We rely on your support. Come to join us. We can't do this without you. You can go to www.sfspca.org to donate or contact us 415-554-3000.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is a test to find out if you know it all when it comes to children. Name one of the leading killers of U.S. children age 1 to 13. What's the best way to protect children in a car crash? At what age and size should a child start using a booster seat?
Don't assume you know it all when it comes to car seats for your child. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat and know for sure. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
How to finish this strong. Falling away from me. Falling away from me. Get a little corn to finish you off on that Saturday. This is the last segment. Thank you all for joining us. This is Ride the Pine with JD. I am JD, Jeff Dominic. Reach me on Twitter at JDominic81. You can reach the show at Ride the Pine JD. And, of course, on our 209 Sports Network, you can hit at 209_sports, the little dash symbol that goes on the bottom, not the minus sign like T-Baby, Tino Wright, who's hanging out with me, has said. But thank you all for joining us here. Just a few more minutes before we end the show tonight.
Hey, what happens? I think the next time we meet up is going to be
hopefully next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Well, Monday, but
well, it might be the draft, September 1st.
Oh,
not this Saturday, the following one.
We're on a bye week.
Well, we got a bye week. We got a bye week, and we're gonna try to do a 4-hour gig for the
draft, huh?
We'll do a little bit of this and do mostly that.
Okay.
And we'll try to set our time like around where we at right now.
Oh, it's noon right now.
Try to set it around 11 noon. I got it for noon already.
So maybe we'll have to start at 10.
You know what I mean? And then roll into
Mama could be okay with you hanging out until 2?
It's draft day. It's draft day. It's draft day. Lucky I'm not flying out.
Oh.
Maximum effort. Some people got to fly out for their draft party.
Yeah, Mama might kill you for that one.
Oh, she for sure gonna kill me.
You don't feel in beast mode. It feels you.
You got to be careful who you marry.
Well, I think that's why I'm just kind of right here hanging out, because then all of a sudden it turns into this.
Here we go! That's right.
So, lastly, to end this stuff, when we kind of went off yesterday, see how things just kind of rolling together. Last week on the show, on Ride the Pine with JD, we were really looking at like Gary Woodland and guys that were
Greg
Woodland?
Hey, Gary, you're right, Gary. Yeah.
And we were all happy for what he had done. Was leading it after 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And we were watching round 3 as we were doing the show, and we were extremely ecstatic about what Tiger Woods was doing. And
come on.
Tiger Woods did his thing, man. I mean,
come on.
But here he came, and he made a charge. I mean, Tiger Woods made a big-time charge.
64.
He shot at 64
on Sunday.
And we kind of were looking at going, man, if he just went 2 under in Friday or on Thursday.
That's right. That is what we said. That is what we said.
And
he ended up going real under.
He wound up going minus 14. Brooks Koepka finished 16 under.
2 ahead of him.
2 ahead. And he was a beast. Afterwards,
he was solid all the way
Brooks
through.
Koepka was asked what he thought of Tiger Woods.
I didn't get a chance to see him play. I was too busy winning.
Well, I mean,
yeah, right.
Well, he had to have. He
heard the roars.
Yeah, how do you finish again? Dead last? Oh yeah. He had a good day though. Thanks.
But that was not Brooks Koepka. That was Shooter McGavin. But still,
he won.
Yeah, but who won? I think we won. Be honest with you.
We did.
It became more relevant. Look,
we did.
We all know that when Tiger Woods is made the cut, we watch more, regardless of where he finishes.
Way more.
But to see what Tiger Woods, and you even said it. I mean, I more or less him and hawed. I didn't sit there and say, oh no, I don't think he'll ever win again. I kind of went, prove it, show me.
Right.
The whole thing, show me.
Right.
And this made me kind of more on that teetering on the side of, yeah, I think he'll win again, and yeah, I think he'll win a major again.
Yes.
But there's still more to see, of course, but this definitely gives me a lot of
excitement. All I needed to see was a Sunday, a strong Sunday.
Yes.
I don't care if your Saturday's a week. Show me a strong Sunday, I'm with you.
And he put it together for three straight rounds. 3 rounds were great.
He was, when you see that.
When he does the little fist pump.
When you see that like 1 or 2 times. Come on now.
So, Tiger Woods was definitely the winner of
definitely the winner. Even though Koepka won, he still was a loser.
The reason why Tiger Woods was the winner of this, like I said, we won far above anybody else. It doesn't matter who played it.
Right.
Because we got a chance to see we got to see Tiger.
Got to see it in action, boy.
Tiger was Tiger, and it was like, man, it feels good to see this again.
Hey, every time he said make you want to go golf.
I wouldn't go that far, but yes.
Well, for me it do.
Yeah, because that's why you went and played on Sunday, right? And did you even watch it? Did you watch it, or did you have that on TiVo?
You know what's funny?
Do they do TiVo now? I don't know.
I'm so tuned in.
Uh-huh.
I'm just worried about my own game out there, man.
So you didn't even see the PGA Championship?
I didn't even check the score, bro.
Really?
And normally I would already check the score.
Yeah.
I was just tuned in, having a good time. We're out there with the kids, the wife. Then we're just doing our thing.
Oh, then I definitely don't want to go now. It's not the fact of who's going with you. It's the fact that that's family day. I'm cool.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I get it.
It's
then never mind.
Day. But more the merrier. I'm always more the merrier guy. Always more the merrier guy. Come on, dude. You can't die alone. You don't want to do that. You more the merrier always.
I got you. I get you.
I don't care. Scoot over. He's coming.
Make room on the bus.
Make room on the bus. Scoot over. He's coming.
You thought I was taller than this, huh?
So you got tea time tomorrow. Where are you playing at tomorrow?
So the in-law, he been trying to do this miracle thing, which I think is great. As in every Sunday, he want to do a different course.
How far can you reach though? I mean, by you can only reach so far in this area.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we'll stay here, but then once we're done, then we'll just start over again.
Do a rotation.
Rotation. Because
how far will you go?
Well, he's just trying to send me to Lockford, which ain't far.
That's right over here.
Yeah.
Oh, that way.
But I never played there. It's on the outskirts. I'm black, so that's two things. I don't.
Maximum.
What
do we got over here? A cup of haters? A cup of haters?
You know how it is out there, man. So I try to stay away.
Today was about as much fun as the sandpaper dildo.
I let them have they thing. But if one of my boys go over there, he told me about Lockford. It's cool. So I know it's a good course. He told me about Lockford. We'll probably hit that up probably soon. But one we booked is Bing Maloney. We're about to go hit Freeport, Bing Maloney.
I've always heard about that one. Of course, you listen to it on the radio, talking about it all the time. So I was.
Yeah, Bing it is. Last week was Hagen. We did Hagen last week.
So they have, obviously but they have plenty of good courses as you get a little further south. Stockton has.
That's the home course. That's the home.
Swinson.
Swinson's the home
Mickey's
course.
Grove.
I learned how to golf at Swinson.
I still try and golf over there, and they also have. Apparently, my great grandfather helped build this course. I don't know in what capacity.
Swinson?
No,
Van Busker.
Van Busker.
Oh, you gotta get your name over there.
I did,
Put some respect on my name.
So the first time I've only played there probably a handful of times, four or five times, which is a nice course. I've actually enjoyed it. But I go.
The maintenance went down.
Has it?
Mm-hmm. Last time I went, the maintenance was bad.
Yeah, it's been quite a few years.
I think they're trying to shut it down.
Oh, possibly. But when I said this is who I am. It was me and my cousin. Actually, my cousin was with us. We were there and we said our last name and they're like, oh yeah, I remember hearing this name somewhere. And I guess they said that's when we found out. I guess one of our descendants had helped supposedly. I don't know because there's many more last names of Dominic than just me and my close family tree. So I don't know if that's true or not. But the fact is that I was like, well, then can we get a free cart or something?
Can we get a free round one time? All right, let me get a golf ball.
Just a ball. I'll take a ball. I'm down with the ball.
I'll take a ball.
But for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. But anyways, I like that one. That one was cool. Mickey Grove.
Mickey Grove's nice.
It's nice.
Spanos is solid.
I've been to Spanos.
I've been to Spanos. We did Spanos like twice. We did Spanos a couple times. He almost was about to get a membership there.
That's right. I have done Spanos once. That's right.
Yeah, we did Spanos once.
Yeah, I was way younger.
It was really windy out there because it's out there in the open.
Yeah,
it's really windy.
Yeah, and so I was there one time, and it was my grandfather and I, and we were done, and he wanted to offer again. I was like 22, I think. Uh-huh. He was trying to get me to drink Guinness for the very first time.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Guinness.
Ugh, that one was rough.
Ugh.
So, but anyways, man, it was great to have you along for another week. Like it sounds like we're taking we're going to be on a bye week next week.
Yeah, we're gonna try to submit a bye and get ready for our draft. We're gonna try to put this draft together, man. We're gonna use that weekend try to get everything lined up, money, email addresses, kind of get it dwindled down. We're going to have most of the league already paid for.
My bad.
Oh, you're good. Most of the league we won't pay for and already signed up by next week. You know what I mean? Not next week, but no pressure. We have no
we want to
pressure.
get the emails together. So you got 3 of them. I got you hooked up with 3.
Got you.
Solid.
I see Nick at it, ping.
We're going to have something to say about that one when we come back. Anyways, this is Ride the Pine with JD. That's T-Baby, T-Money, Tino Wright. I'm JD, Jeff Dominic. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you later.
Church.
Do you have troubled skin, acne? With Proactive, you can heal your acne and help prevent new breakouts. Right now, in this radio area, we're looking for just 50 people with moderate acne to demonstrate exactly how fast Proactive works. The first 50 callers who qualify can try Proactive risk-free for 60 days.
Call 800-388-7152, 800-388